Yeah. You're just saying you're heading off soon?
Yes.
Is that up north?
Yes.
Yeah. Good time. Yep. Yeah. Although this weekend, I feel like 19 tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh. Today's supposed to be 18.
Yeah. Might be the best part of the day. Yeah, when the sun's out though.
The sun's out, it's nice.
Lovely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually.
No one in there. Yes, there is. No one in there. Look. Oh. Where?
Very good afternoon, one and all, and welcome to Darley Park for this round 14 fixture as Darley fourth place with a game in hand, of course, on second and third percentage separating those three sides. At the moment, they're up against the one-win Lakers, who have showed some improvement over the last month with scoring 8 goals against some top 6 opposition. So while they've just had the one win, some encouraging signs, but they have a couple of key outs today, namely Interleague representative Flynn Loader. He won't be here today. Of course, the O'Connell brothers, a couple of inspirational leaders overseas. And best and fairest winner, Jake Coxell, a good progressive up-and-coming type, will miss with ongoing concussion issues. And Callum Mackay, who we've seen so often in these clashes, has still recovering from a shoulder complaint. Both sides on the ground were not far off a start here. Ideal conditions for football, really. A little bit breezy, typical pocket to pocket from the golf club pocket to the pigeon sheds. If you're not familiar with that, it's the opposite side of the netball courts. So call it the Darley coaches box to the old scoreboard, to be a bit more exact. Couple of changes for the Devils out of the side today. Ballarat Rebels and Western Jets representatives Brady Wright and Lucas Himpian back into the side. Mitch Ward and Andy Azzopardi, who both featured prominently in last week's reserves win. Earlier games completed today. The under-19s, Darley did it comfortably over the Lakers, and a similar result transpired in the reserves game with the Devils winning by 100 plus. But we're looking for an improvement on them. Of course, the Devils have shown that their best is very good. They're the only side to have defeated Melton, of course, this year at McPherson's Park back in round 7. But they'll be looking a little bit... Well, they'll be confident to get some more marks deeper inside 50 than what they have done in recent weeks. You know, they were a little bit sort of disappointing finishing off that game, while Bacchus Marsh had predominantly a significant number behind the footy. They were unable to execute and negotiate through despite a landslide 21 inside 50s advantage. So just having a look at the Lakers team on the ground, of course, they've got three handy tools. Of course, the experienced Shane Finlayson, who's stood up in the absence of Tom Zampatti, who's made his way back from a knee injury that he had joining the club, and the former St Joey's GFL player has featured in the best 3 of his 5 games for the Lakers, whilst Felix Fogarty, a Rebels ruckman, made his way from East Point and has been in the best in 3 of his 4 games. So a couple of the tools having an influence for the Lakers, who, despite just their 1 win this season, unfortunately for them, are a little bit undermanned today, taking on a near full-strength Darley. So we're not far off a start, just looking at the makeup of the two sides and the directions they're heading in. The Lakers will kick to the Bacchus Marsh end in this opening term, whilst the Devils will kick into the breeze to the golf club end. So both sides looking to impact the scoreboard earlier, of course. Darley into the breeze, and the Lakers will want to make the most of that breeze, albeit pocket to pocket. So it'll be how the fundamentals are executed today. I'm on my own throughout the afternoon. No Fridge today. He's watching his young bloke Joel, who's returned to the Western Jets after a terrific effort last week in the Derby and their 12-point loss, the Cobras to Darley, where Joel kicked 5 goals. Brady Wright's returned to Rebels duty for a 4th game this year after a layoff with back complaints, and Lucas Impey at the Jets. But the siren sounds to get play underway here in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's Myers conceding size against Sam Paddy. Got his first touch, Myers, and his first clearance to half forward. The mark's been taken there by Joel Cabot, who was terrific last week after a month with illness and playing through that. You just see the way he was covering the ground last week to suggest that he's overcome that. But he elects to play on and went to Bewley from 55. Got plenty of the kick. Just went across the face of goal and through for a minor score. The first of the afternoon to the Devils, albeit a point to the captain and reigning Henderson medalist. So it'd be Ryan to bring the ball back into play. Normally good by foot. This one let him down. Cut up by Adam Azzopardi. Wasted no time, went short and found Denham. So Denham a little bit too far out to score. Bewley will just run around behind him and get onto that left boot. How will he go this time? Pot shot at the goals again. Copy-paste. Across the face through for another minor score. So Bewley with 2 points. Darley with 2. In the opening couple of minutes, he happens to be wearing number 2, and we're in the 2nd minute of the game. Richie Bennard be lapping it up. The late Richie, as we bring the ball back into play, and Gove lopes away and goes to Members' side of the ground. Sam Paddy, the target presented, took a nice mark on the chest in front of Myers to square away that contest with a possession apiece, and he went along the line towards half forward. Finlayson the target, thumped away by Brett. Ball bounced back into play. Favoured Finlayson, tumbling kick to half forward. Chance here for the Lakers on the outside to replicate what the Cobras did late last week. But the Devils got numbers, but they turned the ball over. Chance here for Thompson, but he's tackled, taken to the ground just inside the boundary line, before it spills over for a boundary throw-in, 40 metres around from the Lakers' goal. So they'll be looking to be a little more efficient than they were last week. Admittedly, the breezy conditions don't allow for perfect execution, but what week does really, given the nature and pressure of this game of footy. Myers on his own clearance, hurried kick, went boundary side, gained about 20 metres for his side, and he has a party, good use of the body, kept it in. Hand pass let him down, was meant for Denham. And there'll be a ball up about 65 metres around from the Lakers' goal. Ball up, tap one by Myers. Nearly went into the breadbasket of Collins, spelt into the hands of Baker. He got the hand past the Sea Stratton, who found Cadman, who started well. And away go the Devils through Bailey Young. Kick to an open forward line. Ryan probably dropped what he should have taken. Put Hellier under the pump. His chase on the football was terrific. He's got a bit of toe for a big man. Kept it in front of him, but did well and got it to Pring. He got it back to Ryan, and they'll look to switch here. He's normally good by foot. He missed his first target, but made amends there, and that was good. Kick goes towards O'Keefe, who gathered. He's a good ball user, and his short kick was okay. And they're on half back here. It'll be the youngster Davis who goes along the line to half forward. Finlay's to the back, got a piece of it. Couldn't quite hang on to it for long enough, said the umpire. Bewley through Baker it was. Gee, they got similar looking profiles, those two, as Matthew Brett went by hand to Denham, went to half forward, went looking for Bewley, had it punched away from him by Hellier, and then he was tackled, taken to the ground, right in front of the Darley coach's box. And there'll be a boundary throw in on half forward, members' side of the ground. So Darley 2 behinds, lead Lake+Wendouree no score. Those 2 behinds to Brett Bewley. Opening minutes first term. Myers won that tap. Collins might have copped one high. No, the umpire disagreed. Let Bewley off the hook there. And we a ball up. So Myers again. Tap one by Zampatti. Only went as far as Sullivan, who found Page, who went towards Baker. Glowing head under the sunny skies as the bald man, as it ended up in the hands of Denham. He got it back to Baker. High up and under kick forward. There's the fly. And there's been a mark taken. And it's Johnson. Johnson with ball in hand. We'll go back and have a shot on goal. Darley's second leading goal kicker of the year behind Billy Myers. Was quiet by his standards last week, and of course the Devils having 8 of the top 10 disposal winners last week. But not only that, had 7 of the bottom 10, and Johnson was one of those. Despite 2 goals, will want to convert here, and he makes no mistake. And Darley get their first of the afternoon. They're 1 goal, 2-8. They lead the Lakers no score, and Johnson continues his run in front of goal to kick the opening goal of the game. Under sunny skies, in front of my eyes, and glaring car roofs and bonnets. Look forward to going over to the other side of the ground upon the completion of the new facility. But there's a rumour going around that we'll be stuck back over here. But we'll wait and see and hold our breath. Ball up. Grabbed out of the ruck by Myers. Was terrific. Went forward. Went in the direction of leader, couldn't take the mark. Scramble opportunity for Cadman with the outside of the right boot. Got enough on the kick, but the accuracy. Well, the angle was too much and through for a minor score. So the Lakers through Gove will go short, and the kick's okay to Ryan. So he goes with that penetrating left foot kick to centre wing. Players fly. There's a nice overhead grab. Taken there by Norton. They went to square the footy, missed the target. But running through was Zampatti. You read it well, the big fella. Went to an open forward line. Foot race on in earnest here. Colley's got to make up the ground. Gathered there by Jarrett. He's back into the side today. The kick across the body was terrific. And Butler took a mark and didn't let him down. And we'll go back and have a shot on goal from 35 metres out. And a chance to square away that goal from the Devils through Johnson just moments ago. So the Devils with their own problems on their own deck in the last 3 weeks. Purely an opinion, of course, conceding an average of 77 points since their return home in their last 3 games. And it'll be Butler. He'll need to convert here with the breeze for the Lakers. And the kick's good. The Lakers like it. And the visitors that have made the trip down the highway acknowledge with the hoot of the horn, and the Lakers get their first of the afternoon through Butler. And they're back within 3 points. Darley 1-3-9. Lead the Lakers 1 goal straight 6. So while I'm on my own here this afternoon, I'll do my best to bring you update scores from around the grounds. Of course, Melton South, winless. Host Melton have just lost the 1 game, so that'll be interesting for its own bunch of reasons today to follow that score. 7th East Point host Ballarat, and of course Sebass host North. Zampatti won the tap, got it to Collins. That's very good by the Lakers. Jarrett could have been held. The umpire let it go. Chance here for Brett. Went to go by hand. That was cut off by the big fella Finlayson. Geez, he's an oath, this fella. Bailed up there by Cadman. Speak of Duncan. There'll be a ball up. So it'll be Finlayson to do the forward ruck work. Trying to get it to Collins. Somehow got it back to Finlayson. Collins needs to get a hand on this. I think he did, but the bounce also favoured him. But it opened the window for Jarrett if he could keep his feet. Cadman with the pressure. Jarrett did well, but just ran out of space. And there'll be a boundary throw in. About 7 or 8 metres around from the Lakers' goal. So their pressure early after a 5-minute wait of possession early in the Devils' front half. They've squared away the second part of this opening term, albeit the first half off. Tap won by Myers. Collins needed to be clean. He was, and he spilled it. Ball went to ground. There'll be a ball up 35 metres out from the Lakers' goal. So Will Johnson, the goal scorer for Darley. Jack Butler, one for the Lakers. Tap one by Finlayson. Collins was good at a pot shot at goal. Half volleyed into the behind post. So there'll be a boundary throw in. So the Lakers pressing here, keeping the Devils' defence under pressure. So there'll be a boundary throw in here. Finlayson won that tap. Ground level opportunity here. Gathered cleanly by Bewley. Makes a difference. Got it to Matt Riccardi. Back to Bewley and went with the left boot towards half back. Gathered here by, well, there's a swarm of players. Preston was one of them. Trying to keep it in there was Thompson, who hurried the kick only as far as Bewley on the defensive 50. The short kick was terrific and found Sullivan. He got it back to Bewley under the pump. Pressure was good from Collins. Kick was nearly better to Page. Nearly took a terrific mark. Ground level opportunity here. Gove was up to the task. Shoveled the hand pass out. Ground level opportunity here for the Lakers. They combine by hand to Preston. Needs to be quick. He's pinged. Holding the ball. And Riley Matricardi with ball in hand. We'll take that resultant free kick. We'll need to go back behind the mark. The umpire let him get away with that as Young plays on. High up and under kick towards the attacking 50. There's the fly, the spoil from James. He might have hurt himself, the youngster. Ball fell back into the hands of Adam Azzopardi. His hand pass there was cut off there by Hellier, who was then tackled and dispossessed and pinged for holding the ball. Joel Cadman a little bit sore as well. So a couple of the younger players to both sides as Bishop goes forward. There's the fly. Bewley at the back has covered the ground to get forward and has taken a nice overhead mark. Clean as a whistle, and we'll go back and have a shot on goal. Gee, just walking into the commentary box here ahead of the broadcast today, I have heard the Lakers timekeeper saying to the exiting reserves Lakers timekeeper, Bewley, and that's the way it's shaping early here. And he makes no mistake on this occasion, and he snuck it in the Devils' captain, and he gets his first. So Bewley, it's his first of the afternoon, and the Devils respond to that previous goal from Butler. Darley now 2-3-15. Lead the Lakers 1 goal straight 6. Albeit into that difficult breeze. We've been playing near 12 minutes opening term here. Of course, the vision brought to you by the Red Onion Media Group, by the BFNL Match Centre and Apple 98.5 FM, our match of the round this afternoon. The final third of home and away games on the countdown to a very even final series. So we're back in the middle of the ground here. It'll be Zampatti and Johnson. Chance here for Denham at ground level. Missed the target by hand, but Riley Matricardi was there to do the mopping up. Sent it out in front of Joel Cadman. Got the favourable bounce. Got it to Sullivan. Joel Cadman's telegraphed hand pass was cut off there by Pring. He went to the right boot towards half forward. Strong mark taken there by Finlayson in front of Matthew Brett. And Finlayson will waste no time squaring the ball. Fogarty the target. Second grab and he's got it. The young rebel with the outstretched hands. Well, I don't know how tall he is, outstretched hands, but beyond 7 foot, this the youngster, and a likely type in best 3 of his 4 games for the Lakers. We'll go back and have a shot on goal here directly in front. made that look all too easy, did Fogarty. And the Lakers get their second of the afternoon. And they're back within 3 points here. So goal for goal at Darley Park. Lakers will be happy with this start. 13 minutes gone opening term. Darley 2-3-15. Lead Lake-Wendouree 2 goals straight 12. All the action coming to you via the audio of Apple 98.5 FM. We're back in the middle for a restart. Tap one by Zampati. Chance here for Adam Azapati. Went by hand to Denham. Left foot kick out to the wide space of half forward. Cadman again. Fired the hand pass out to Sullivan, who's covered some ground. Under pressure. Went by hand to Gardner. Onto the left boot. Fired the ball forward. But it's well read off the boot there by Hillier. I'll speak of Braden on this occasion, who wastes no time. Got it to, might have been Gove. He went with the left boot. Jared was clean on the bounce. Kick across the body wasn't so. Opened the door for Duncan Cabot, who went to ground, keeping his feet. That was Riley Matricati. Needed to be quick. Now Ward needed to bend it. He didn't. But his second effort was good as he gathered. Then he was tackled. Lucky to get away with it in the end. Tackle was good there from the Lakers. Pressure's just gone up a cog here. You expect a whistle imminent. And there it is. Be a ball up. Attacking side of the centre of the ground for Darley. And they lead by 3 points here. 14 and a half minutes gone opening term. Grab ball opportunity for Riley Matricati. Fired it out as far as Cadman, who's been started well. Kick goes forward. Oh, there's a terrific mark taken there by Myers. Showed every bit of his strength. I thought Bewley was going to be amongst the action there. But the former Williamstown product, albeit Darley Juniors prior to that, quality player when he's fit. Once he's had got his foot caught under the fence at McPherson's Park and sort of hampered his fitness levels for a month. But he's making his way back to full fitness, and a shot on goal here. Has been lucky to score in the end. It's a shank, and it's gone through for a minor score. So a let off there for the Lakers. They'll bring the ball back into play. They waste no time. The run and carry from Ryan off half-back was good. Went with the left foot. Duncan Cadman couldn't take the mark. He's got 2 to beat. Went to ground again. Opened the door there for the Lakers. Here comes the reinforcements through Andy as a party. Before the ball spills out over the line for a boundary throw. So, and just Luther Baker just endorsing the sentiments of my observation there on Duncan Cadman to keep his feet in the back half. Surrounded, boundary throwing, tap one by Johnson, got it to Baker, head as a party, ignored him, ran his measure, tumbling left foot kick, turnover, poor kick, cut off there by Gove on half forward. So he'll send the ball back to half forward, threaded the needle, and found James. So James went onto the right boot, found Thompson, went with the tumbling kick towards the top of the goal square. Lahore went back with the flight of the ball. Nearly tripped over himself and did an ankle in the end, but it bounced off him and ricocheted into the point post. Very emphatic goal umpire there, just giving all and sundry an indication of what had transpired. And then we get balled in. James to the Lakers behind post here. So another chance for the Lakers presents. Flat throw in. Don't say that often. Shark there by Finlayson. Left foot kick. Duncan Cadman went to go by boot. Chose not to bend. Open the door for Fogarty. Ground level opportunity here for the Lakers. Might have caught one high against Lahore, and the umpire saw it. And the Lakers are going to get a free kick here and a shot on goal. And it's going to be Thompson, the leading goal scorer this year. So I guess so Thompson, who is a Camperdown product, missed off to the right and through for a minor score. So their first point of the afternoon. The Lakers, they're 2-1-13. They trail Darley 2-4-16. The kick in from Brett. Gee, Cadman and Collie were on a collision course there, the 3 Cs. But Cadman prevailed and went short to Mitch Ward. on the defensive 50. Kick was good. Found Andy Azapati. Played on to Collie. Ran through the middle of the ground. This is good transition from the Devils. The kick forward has been cut off by Hillier. And he'll go lateral to Gove, who can go short, and found Holmes on half back. He was off and then went lateral to the outer side and found Robertson. He can go short to centre wing. Kick was good. Norton presented and went by hand. Kick makes its way from Foster to Pring. Dropped what he should have taken. The umpire preempted the mark and blew the whistle and then called play on. Pring knocked it to his advantage. Thompson took on the tacklers of Duncan, Cadman and Ward. The ball was held up and the ball up just inside the boundary line, 51 metres away from the Lakers goal, who trail by 3 points here at Darley Park. Ball up, tap one by Finlayson, clean bowled Baker. Bewley was there to pick it up, find it over to Joel Cadman. Had it on a string early, kick towards centre wing. Bishop did well, so did Hellier to combine with Preston. Good pressure there from Myers, opened the door for Bishop, who went to an open forward line. Outlet sit for Riley Matricati, had more time than he thought, and missed with the dribble kick across the goal, and went through for a minor score. So normally a little bit more composed is Riley Matricati, given his goal smarts, but on that occasion, if depth perception let me down, I apologise, but he looked to have more time. Here comes Baker on that turnover opportunity on half forward. Bewley squeezes the ball forward, the kick's good. The mark's been taken there by Bishop, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal. It's a chance to kick his first. And a nice confidence booster for the small forward who was quiet by his own standards last week against the Coppers. So Darley 2-5-17. Lead Lake+Wendouree 2-1-13 here. So Bishop with a tricky breeze from left to right. Will endeavour to convert here. Distance not a problem. Neither's the accuracy. Slots it straight through, Bishop. And he gets his first. Darley get their third. And some minor extension on the scoreboard. It's back to a 10-point lead. Darley 3-5-23 lead the Lakers 2-1-13. All right, I'll endeavour to go around the grounds here. You'd be lucky finding your own home, Bill. East Point 16, trail Ballarat 18. Sebastopol 2, North Ballarat 25. Ball up, Zampati won that tap, went searching for Foster, couldn't find him, fell into the hands of Dedham. Excellent vision from Bewley, who found Sullivan, who went to half forward and found Gardner. 60 metres out from goal. He sent the ball forward. Hellier was strong at the front. Tackle was good from Bewley. And the umpire made the right call at the end. Started well there in defence, Cody Hellier for the visiting Lakers this afternoon. He's going to be under the pump for the most part. Tap one by Zampati to Ryan. It was evasive and went with the left foot kick. Only as far as Lahure, who can concede ground to Matthew Brett. He's normally good by foot. This one is up to the wrap and found Young in the middle of the ground. Switches play to Collie on member side centre wing. Goes short. Found Baker. Just lops it over the top to Denham. It takes advantage of the overlap. So Denham, kick was poor in the end. It's been cut off. And it'll be Gove with ball in hand. He's a handy type Gove, but he went to the member side centre wing. Fogarty presents. Couldn't take the mark. Andy Azapati was there. Needs to be good by hand, and he missed the target. James was then tackled. Davis's kick was smothered. Bit of a scrap. Whistle imminent. There'll be a ball up on half forward. Member side of the ground for Darley, who kicked to the Bacchus Golf Club end of this final, in this opening term. Breezy conditions, pocket to pocket, favouring the Lakers end in this opening term. Swarm of players around the footy. Finally, Myers gets the hand pass out towards Spiteri, who went forward with the kick. Was cut off there by Ryan. So he started well too, the youngster. Speak of a number, Cody Hellier. Ball in hand. So he'll go short and find Robertson. So chip, and they found their way to the defensive 50 up against the boundary line here, and he'll look to go lateral and back to the defensive goal square. found Ryan. Will go. Member side. Good kick. And they're away here, the Lakers. Kick found the big fella there in Zampatti who presented. Took an ice mark. Tumbling kick towards half forward in the Fogarty direction. Set himself. Oh, but he gathered it like a small man. And the right foot kick opened the door for Finlayson. But Lahore read it well off the boot and cut off the big man and took a goal-saving mark. As Lahore went short to Brett, who went again lateral. Almost identical to the Lakers at the other end. Sullivan's kick needs to be perfectly weighted. Just went over the top of Thompson's outstretched hand. It's an effective kick at the end, but the Devils on the defensive 50. Spiteri eyes Leonard. Needs a favourable bounce. Just didn't sit for the veteran and bounced off his chest over the line. Boundary throwing. Out of centre wing broadcast sign. In Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's Darley who lead by 10 points. 3-5-23. The Lakers 2-1-13. Boundary throw-in. Myers went without it in the end. Opened the door for Foster. Went with a loose hand pass. Bishop through traffic. Found Sullivan, who's had a bit of it. Right foot kick goes in the direction of Bewley. Ran with the flight of the ball and took an uncontested mark at the end. And the chip kick was okay and found Denham, who went to go. And then did in the end and found Baker. So he'll just wheel around onto that left boot. And he'll send it wide. One-on-one contest. Ground ball opportunity here for, it might be Adam Azzopardi. Finally fired the hand pass out. Only went as far as Robinson, who got it to Norton, who's pushed right up into the fence. Got it to Hellier. Right foot kick to centre wing in the Fogarty direction. Clean bowled him. O'Keefe comes over to lend assistance. Clean gather from Ward was good. Hand pass, got it towards Adam Azzopardi on the bounce. Clever tap on from Baker. Got it to Page. Went with the right foot kick. Just went over the outstretched hands of Bishop. Doing the mobbing up there was Thompson. Dropped it. Umpire let it go. Wade play on. Hurried kick out of half back. Has gone along the line, but the umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the Devils' way. It's going to go to Lee Spiteri. So it was good to see the Devils premiership player back in the best players last week. Of course, he's missed a lot of footy in the last couple of years with injury and work commitments. And the former Geelong VFL listed player will go with the right boot. Landed the target, purely the back, nearly could impact. Pink could though. Ball went to ground. Bishop took on the would-be tackler. Hair pass to the goal line. Adam Azzopardi. Easy as you like. Just waltzed in and kicked an open goal. Yeah, the Lakers wouldn't like that on review. They've been pretty honest for the most part in this opening term. Just a lack of concentration just opened the door for Bishop to find Adam Azzopardi and waltzed in for the Darley's fourth of the afternoon. They're 4-5-29. They lead the Lakers 2-1-13. So Adam Azzopardi, after a very good game in the local derby last week, joins Bishop, Johnson and Bewley with a goal each. Butler and Fogarty for the Lakers. So Collins was bailed up in the middle of the ground after that reset in the middle of the ground on the back of that Azzopardi goal. And there'll be a ball up. So it'll be Myers conceding size as he often does, and he'll have a spell with the blood rule. So that no doubt they'll bring in an equally undersized player to contest the ruck, given the 200 centimetre advantage of Zampatti. So I've liked the look of Ryan and Cody Hellier in the back half early for the Lakers. More questions will be asked the further the afternoon goes. No questions. Tap one by Zampatti. Denham went the socket, a half forward. Preston did well. Kept his feet, but then was barred up and tackled and taken to the ground. No prior right call from the umpire. Good to see Andy Azzopardi in there, applying a bit of pressure back into the side today. Half forward, ball up for Darley. Tap one by Zampatti. Ground level ball, Collins over it. Did well. Clean gather, got back to his feet somehow and gained about 25 metres for his side in the middle of the ground. Brett got a handy fist on it. Pring, tap, didn't get enough on it. Opened the door for Collie, who got it to Johnson. Back to Collie. In the middle of the ground is Denham. Back to Collie again. He's been in the chain 3 or 4 times to Bewley. 55 metres out from goal. On the lead. Leonard the target goes off hands and rolls over the line. Off the behind post to the end. and out of bounds for a throw-in. So the Devils will be hoping to get a late one here. They're 4-5-29. They lead Lake+Wendouree 2-1-13. How long left, Vic? 1 minute remains. 28 minutes gone. Darley in attack. Tap one by Leonard. Just a high up and under. 50-50 ball as the party is bailed up. Tackle, taken to the ground. And there'll be a ball up. So you'd think the Devils, the only chance of a score here in the dying seconds of this final minute here. Tap one by Sam Paddy. Bewley just couldn't quite hang on to it for long enough. And then there's the high clearing kick towards half-back. Brett had an eternity to wait under the football and then dropped the mark. Ground level ball has been squared away for a stoppage. But some good metres gained out of defence to get the Lakers out of trouble to earn a stoppage here on the back of that drop mark from Brett. Ball up. Tap one by Johnson. Pring leads into the race for the ball. Somehow was fired out there by Johnson. They got it to Sullivan. Back to Page. Now they'll need to be quick and direct. The right foot kick goes out in the Leonard direction. Umpire's going to pay that mark. How are we travelling, Vic? Time? 10 seconds to go. So Leonard will want to be quick here. Waste no time. You wouldn't believe it. Joel Cadman was on the end of that. But, of course, the Lakers hearing the siren giving up the ghost. There's the quarter-time siren. Darley Park into Darley Park. Darley 4-5-29 lead Lake+Wendouree 2-1-13. A 16-point lead to the Devils on their home deck. It's 4th v 10th of this afternoon. The goal scorers for Darley: Brett Bewley 1, Adam Azzopardi 1, Dylan Bishop 1, and Will Johnson 1. Whilst for the travelling Lakers, Jack Butler and Felix Fogarty with a goal apiece. Guys, we'll take a break and we'll be back with the update scores from around the grounds ahead of the second quarter action in about 5 minutes' time.
Rustel Proprietary Limited, phone 0419 568 635. For all your site and construction needs, be they large or small, phone the top man, Graham Gillespie at Rustel to get your job done quickly and efficiently. Rustel Proprietary Limited, proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
I want you to inspire me, and I want to inspire you this football season with our high-quality, locally grown meat. Hop online or give us a call on 5368 117 or come in store and we will deliver to you free of charge this football season. Proud sponsors of this station, Ballarat Local Butcher.
Mark Shelley, along with his team at Stockdale and Lego Bacchus Marsh, run a successful and results-driven agency who are experienced, customer-focused and knowledgeable, dedicated agents delivering outstanding results for their clients. For expert advice, please call station sponsor on 5367 5700 today. Stockdale and Lego, we are here for you. Proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
Your community on the radio. Apple 98.5 FM.
This broadcast of BFL Game Day is proudly sponsored by Western Screens, Blinds and Awnings, 35A Griffith Street, Bacchus Marsh. Phone 5370 1478.
This quarter is proudly sponsored by Anytime Fitness, 72 Bennett Street, Bacchus Marsh. Mention BFL Game Day on Apple 98.5 FM to receive 50% off your joining fee plus a free towel and water bottle.
Community radio made in Bacchus Marsh. Apple 98.5 FM.
Rustel Proprietary Limited, phone 0419 568 635. Stop for quality and service for your side cut. Phone the top man Graham Gillespie at Rustel for prompt and expert service. Proud sponsor Apple 98.5 FM.
Stockdale and Lego means real estate because your success is our business. Take a look at our station sponsor website, www.stockdaleandlego.com/Bacchusmarsh, and like our Facebook page to keep up to date with new listings, open for inspections and rental availabilities. Stockdale and Lego, we are here for you. Proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
I want you to inspire me, and I want to inspire you this football season with our high-quality, locally grown meat. Hop online or give us a call on 5368 117 or come in store and we will deliver to you free of charge this football season. Proud sponsors of this station, Ballarat Local Butcher.
Apple 98.5 FM, connecting you to your community.
Studies show smiling is directly linked to confidence. A healthy and beautiful smile boosts self-esteem and allows us to live with confidence. Bacchus+Marsh Dental House. We will make you smile with our comprehensive care and a range of finance options that fits your lifestyle. We offer a variety of services including dental implants, orthodontic, Invisalign and children's dentistry.
52 Gisborne Road, phone 53152 777. Sponsors of this station.
Back in Motion, Bacchus+Marsh has been providing physiotherapy, massage, clinical exercise and rehab to the local community for over 7 years. Their goal is to help you achieve optimal, lifelong physical health, helping you achieve lasting results. Call 53674130 to book your free initial assessment with one of their qualified physios. Back in Motion at 3 Clifton Drive, Bacchus+Marsh are proud sponsors of Apple 98.5 FM.
Petrol Transport, where trucking and rolling along with your freight is our business. Proud sponsor, Apple 98.5 FM, your community radio station.
Neighbourhood safer places are now in some bushfire-prone areas. It's important to check if you have one in your area, but even more important to remember it should only be used as a last resort. A neighbourhood safer place cannot guarantee your safety. If a code red day is called in your area, the safest option is to leave the night before or early in the morning. For more information on neighbourhood safer places, go to the CFA website or call 1800 240 667. Prepare, act, survive.
Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
Listen to Life and Style with Lord Rob, Thursdays, noon till 2 p.m. with music, views and interviews.
This broadcast of BFL Game Day is proudly sponsored by Western Screens, Blinds and Awnings, 35A Griffith Street, Bacchus+Marsh. Phone 53701478.
This quarter is proudly sponsored by Anytime Fitness, 72 Bennett Street, Bacchus+Marsh. Mention BFL Game Day on Apple 98.5 FM to receive 50% off your joining fee plus a free towel and water bottle.
Community radio made in Bacchus+Marsh. Apple 98.5 FM.
Yeah, welcome back to Darley Park in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's the Devils who kicked into that tricky breeze, albeit pocket to pocket. They're 4-5-29. They lead the Lakers 2-1-13. And the goal scorers for Darley, one each to Brett Bewley, Adam Azzopardi, Dylan Bishop and Will Johnson. Whilst for the travelling Lakers, Jack Butler has one and Felix Fogarty has a goal. So an update from scores around the grounds. East Point 22, trail Ballarat 30. Must-win game for the Kangas today. Sebastopol 3, trail North Ballarat 25. No score at Melton South v Melton, but that'll be a long day for the Panthers, you'd imagine. Ryan Carter endeavouring to get a fill-up. But here, in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round, it's Darley who lead by 16 points. North Ballarat leads Sebastopol by 4 goals at quarter time. Back in the middle of the ground here. Can the Devils convert with the aid of that pocket-to-pocket breeze? As the siren sounds to get played away. The big guns in the middle for the Devils. Speak of Myers, Baker, Denham and Bewley. There's the tap. Speak of the Devil, and it's Bewley onto that non-preferred right boot. Tumbling kick. Shallow entry inside 50. Gove dropped the mark. Opened the door for Leonard, who got it to Baker. Back to Myers. Evasive skills. Went by hand to Denham. Over towards Bewley. Needs to be quick. Young was tackled and thrown to the ground. Out with the umpire adjudicate. No prior, right call. Ball up 45 metres out from the Darley goal. Opening minute here, second term. Darley with a slight breeze. So there'll be a ball up. Tap one by Zampatti. Good leap. Got it to Thompson, who gets seated by hand to Preston. Tumbling kicked her out of centre wing. Spoiled from Finlayson. Was well read by Page, who went back inboard to Baker. Onto that left boot. Nice drop punt in the Johnson direction. Second. Third grab got it. Oh, umpire didn't pay it, so let off there for the Lakers. Even Cody Hellier's having a bit of a giggle there, and he was right there. So a ball up here. Zampatti kept his feet on Myers, won the tap. His second up effort was okay, but he was overzealous with the tackle on Denham. Myers took the advantage, had a shot on goal and kicked a point. So I think percentage will play a role in the final games of the season. Left foot kick in from Ryan was good and found Thompson. Speak of Bailey, who went short to Gove. So Gove with ball in hand. Just outside there, defensive 50. He'll kick along the line into sunny skies. Along centre wing ball. Brett at the back couldn't take the mark. Had plenty of it through traffic. There goes James. He was tackled. Fell in the hands of Bewley. Got it to Colley. His hand pass only went as far as Davis. Tumbling kick forward. Z Stratton went to ground. Opened the door for Jarrett. He was tackled and stripped and paid, penalised for holding the ball. So Young will go short into the middle of the ground as a party. I speak of Adam. Needs a kind bounce. Set up Z Stratton. But unfortunately for Fogarty, the reach down, he didn't reach down far enough and got Z Stratton over the shoulder, and he went to Young. On member side centre wing, right foot kick was okay. Found Sullivan, who looked to go short, overcooked the kick. Paul won at that. Baker running onto it, got a touch of the fumbles. Ground ball, knocked it out cleverly to the advantage of Young. Kept the ball alive, but then threw it away, said the umpire. And there'll be a free kick to the Lakers on half back. So Hellier goes laterally and found Pring. On members half back for the Lakers, he'll go along the line. Finlayson, well, didn't quite make it to him because the outstretched hands of Fogarty got in the way, and he took a great mark there, the youngster. High up and under kick, didn't give his forwards much hope. Denham's got to go. Went in the end, but it was at ground level. Shark there by James, stolen by Bewley. Cleverly got it to Page, and they're away to Azapati. Speak of Andy, and the kick was good and found Johnson. So he'll just try and create the overlap to Spiteri. Pressure was okay from Thompson, but he went past the football. Spiteri, momentum going to ground, but he got it to hand to Andy Azapati. Went to Denham forward in the Myers direction. Off hands, chance here for Joel Cabot, who kept running, but his kick went into Gove. It was out of bounds, but the umpire called play on. Chance to Gove along the line towards centre wing. Thompson, the target, took a nice mark. And will go looking towards Butler, but he sprayed the kick. It's gone out of bounds on the full. And the resultant free kick will go to Colley. He's got Page short, but we'll go the longer option to Andy has a party. Got a touch of the fumbles. Can't drop that at this level. Then wanted a free kick. And justly wasn't rewarded. Chance here for Foster. His hand pass went only as far as his opposing number 2 in Bewley, who got it to Adam Azapati. Back to Bewley, who spilt it. Just a bit overzealous, the Devils, with their handball. And what's perceived as the easiest of the fundamentals has been found wanting in that passage from the black and white in that moment. Ball up. Myers, tap, okay. Waiting on the right side there was Pring, but the umpire's picked out a free kick for a hold. It's going to go against Myers. It's going to go to Zampatti. Likely type. Will go wide. The kick's okay. Presenting there was Norton, who took a mark in front of Young. On half forward, outer side of the ground for the Lakers, into the breeze in this term, and they've started well. Found Thompson, who got it to Pring, opened the door for Norton, but again, the hand pass on this occasion lets the Lakers down This is all and sundry, rolls over the line for a boundary throw-in. On half forward, outer side of the ground for the Lakers. Just the one behind in this second term. Throw-in. Zampatti at the front. Won the tap. Was too quick for Pring. Foster went it well, though. Got it towards Robertson, who went forward. Players set themselves. Grand level opportunity here for Young. Went to the voice of Duncan Cadman. Stolen by Butler. And the rolling tackle from Duncan Cadman will affect the stoppage, and there'll be a ball up 20 metres out from the Lakers' goal. So good pressure early from the Lakers, sort of led in by some poor disposal from the Devils. Chance here for Thompson, who's been covering some ground. Darley wanting on the full, but not forthcoming. So there'll be a boundary throw-in adjacent to the Lakers behind post here, and a chance for the Lakers to get one into the breeze. There's the throw-in. Finlay's won the tap. Went searching for Collins at the back, but he'd already gone. Denham find the hand pass at Annie as far as Azzopardi. Cut off there by Collins, and his kick has gone forward, and the mark's been taken there by Thompson. He's about 48 metres out from goal. He'll need a strong leg into that breeze. Need a strong arm to hang on to all the property here with the breeze picking up. So it'll be Thompson from 49. It's plenty on the kick. It's bending back. It won't quite get the journey. And it's thumped through for a rush behind by Billy Myers. Plenty of pressure on field. Plenty of wind pressure off it. As Brett Bewley will bring the ball back into play. Gets the kick into the middle of the ground. Went over the head of all and sundry. Waiting at the back there was... might have been Sullivan, and it was. He got a bit overzealous with the knock-on. Intercepted by Gove, who got it towards Collins to Pring. Squaring kick to half forward was good. That was good vision. Found Thompson. He's been good. Oh, got around Myers too easily, and they went with a long shot on goal. Never had the ball left. Got enough on the kick to register a minor score. A couple of good passages from the Lakers. So they waste no time bringing the ball back into play. That's a terrific kick. The mark's been taken there by Page on half back. Waste no time. Sends the ball in the Myers direction. He's got two to beat. Zampatti at the front, Hillier at the back. Call that even as the party needs to bend, and as soon as he did, he copped one high. And he wastes no time, and off he goes. Onto the right boot. Cadman the target. Sets himself. Oh, he's marked it at the end. Terrific mark there from Cadman. And Hillier just unable to get a fist on the footy. Bit stiff there in the end. Did well because he had Cadman going to ground. All he needed was a fist on it in the end, but the ball drop favoured Cadman in the end. He's able to almost mark it on the ground. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here to kick Darley's first of the second term. So it'll be Joel Cadman. Fairly lacklustre start to this second term. Chance to kick his first of the afternoon. Kicker's right, stays right. And even the goal umpire stayed right. He tumbled over from the goal line into the points area, but he was heading in the right direction, so Darley let themselves down with a shot on goal. Kick comes in from Ryan, who found Gove. Kick was okay. Darley up to 4-7 now. So the kick from Gove comes broadcast side. Punched away there by Lahouray. As a party needs to be good by hand, he was. And got it to Bewley. Squaring left foot kick goes in the Leonard direction, and he's got it. All the bit of experience there, and as he did against Sebastopol with that tricky breeze, he's footy smarts. He just knew to get to the front of that contest as the ball held up into the breeze. He was able to take it pretty comfortably in the end. A chance to kick Darley's first of the second term. They're 4-7 at the moment. So Leonard, shot on goal, off to the left. Lucky to score in the end. 4-8 now, Darley. 4-8-32. Lead the Lakers 2-3-15. So North Ballarat doing it comfortably against East Point. Ballarat nearly taking it up to East Point at Eastern Oval. As Ryan brings the ball back into play, runs his full measure, gets it to half-back. Zampatti the target, thumped away by Lahouray. Sharkwell by Hellier. Kick across the body. Darley wanting deliberate. They won't get it. Boundary throw in. They do pay that at AFL level more often than not, but very rarely at local level, which is okay for mine. Boundary throw in. Centre wing out of zone. So it'll be Myers with front spot as the ball holds up into the breeze. Hand pass meant for Riley Matricardi. He gathered. Now Baker had to stop and prop under the ball. Went looking for a handball option and then got it in the end to Adam Azzopardi. Drew the man over the top to Bewley through traffic. Underground hand pass. Baker kept running. Had a couple running with him though. Speak of Holmes and Collins, and they were quite happy to see it over the line for a boundary throw-in. 10.5 minutes gone in this second term. With the breeze, the Devils, they're yet to post a major. They're 4-8-32. They lead the Lakers 2-3-15. Boundary throw-in. Tap one by Zampatti. Page at the back. Good bit of sharking. Vision was good. Found Riley Matricardi. Got it to Baker on the bounce. He gathered cleanly. Needs to be quick. Squaring kick. Hellier, gather was terrific. Hand pass, put O'Keefe under the pump, but he managed to get rid of it. Second effort was okay from O'Keefe, dispossessed by Baker. Ground level ball. And O'Keefe and Baker will square it away for a ball up some 20 metres away from the Darley goal. So the Devils just needing a bit of polish here, just to get some authority on the game. Zampatti's tap was good and found O'Keefe. Dribbling ball now. Myers had to stop and wait under the footing. Did well. Page's hand pass meant for Young. Got it to him on the bounce. Wasn't real flash, but it finally sits for the Footscray VFL listed player. Went by hand to Baker. Went through his hands to Leonard. Leonard went to go back to Baker. Missed him. Z Stratton got it and gave it to Ward. And his tumbling kick forward's been cut off there by Hillier. So very reminiscent of their forward 50 entries late in the Cobras game last week. The Devils have been found wanting. Their last 8 scoring shots at this end have been behinds. So Myers with ball in hand now. On half forward, goes short to Andy Azzopardi. Needs to be good. Had a couple of options and then was indecisive in the end by the nature of the kick, and it was cut off there by O'Keefe. He went by hand to Gove. Jared took his eye off the footy, opened the door for Page. His hand pass missed the target. We've said that a bit today. Another poor handball. Cut off there by Jarrett. Tumbling kick to centre wing. The gather was terrific from Matthew Brett. Sent the balls back into attack. Let it the fly. Elliott got enough on it. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Darley's way. And it looks like it's going to go the way of Joel Cadman for a hold. And he'll have an opportunity to amend his last set shot effort from a similar point. I think Darley's first goal of this second term there. 4 goals, 8-32. Lakers at 2-3-15. Been playing 13 minutes. Darley need a steadier. How's the kick? Off to the right. Minor score. 4-9-33 Darley. I can just feel the saucepan heating up on the stove for a half-time bake. Deservedly so, you'd imagine, from Jordan. As the ball comes back into play from Gove. Got it towards half forward. Norton did the sharking. Thompson ran into a brick wall in Page. Oh, he was pinged there. I didn't think he had much prior at all, Darcy Thompson. So Page got it to Ward. He kept running to half forward. Right foot kick. Goes in the Leonard direction. Had 2 to beat. Hellier spoil was good. Fell back into the hands of Leonard. Dropped it. Ground level opportunity here. Gardner tried to knock it to the advantage of Bewley. He was knocked off the footy before a ground level ball ended up in a whistle. There'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the Darley goal. Pretty underwhelming quarter of footy. Darley with 4 behinds. And the Lakers 2 of their own. Tap one by Zampatti. Overrunning the football there was Sullivan. Gathering it cleanly though was Denham. He got it to Collie with a right foot kick. Went in the Bewley direction. Went over his head. And a 2-on-1. Numbers for Vale. And it was Ryan. His kick was meant for Gove. Adam Azzopardi just got a hand on it. But Gove was able to steady and found Norton, who went with the right foot kick to centre wing. Wore the fly unrealistic. We'll give away a free kick here. Some footy IQ's letting them down at the moment. The Devils, as Gove goes to attacking 50, and a nice mark taken there by Duncan Cabin. He'll Go lateral towards Page. How will it sit for him? It does. Dual best and fairest winner at the club. Goes with the right boot and found Spiteri. So he'll go short. Back to Page on half back. Devils needing to create some kind of continuity in their transition. So the kick from Page meant for Adam Azzopardi went over his head. He needs to be sharp here. He had an opportunity to knock it over to Joel Cadman, but he elected to take the tackler on in Robertson and was rightly pinged for holding the ball. So Robertson with ball in hand will go along the line. There's a 2-on-1 here. Numbers prevail. Devils have got them through Page, who's been good this term. Right foot kick found Spiteri, and the reload's on. He went by hand to Adam Azzopardi. Tipped it over the top towards Bewley. Comes out in front. Players present. Ground ball opportunity here for Hellier was good. Got it to Robertson. Kick across the body. Tumbling kick. Back to Page. Finally gathers. Tries to get around. Butler had Riley Matricardi. That's another lazy hand pass from Matricardi. Put Adam Azzopardi under the pump. He got it to Duncan Cadman. Oh, this is pretty ordinary from the Devils. Pring through traffic. Right foot kick. Rebounding one to outer centre wing. Zampardi was Norton who presented. Somehow kept it in. And just threw it on the boot. Call it a territory kick. Now Brett leads into the race for the ball. Had it knocked away from him by Finlayson. And the ball bounced over the line for a boundary throw-in. So we've been playing 16 and a half minutes in this second term. Darley goalless with the tricky breeze. Lakers be thrilled with their effort. Darley not so. Their inability to execute the fundamentals has been a recurring theme in the last few games as Denham hacks it out of the congestion or one-on-one. Bewley presents. Stolen away from him there in the end there by Hellier, who's been good. Goes short to Holmes, who marks just in front of Gardner. So it'll be Holmes who goes along the line. Zampati the target in front, and it knocked away from him by Myers. Adam Azzopardi being good. Clever chip there was good from Page, who got it to Denham. Left foot kick goes in the Bishop direction. Getting back there was Go for an intercept mark. So another rebound out of the Lakers' defence. Darley's entry kicks have been well below their standards this afternoon as Gove goes to outer centre wing. They got some height here. Zampati in front couldn't take the mark. Pressure was good there at the back from Johnson. Second effort from Zampati was good to Jarrett. Jarrett got it to Pring to Thompson. Grubby ball, made it hard for Lahore. Good bend there by the former Cobra. He kept running. He nearly ran his full measure. Right foot kick to a one-on-one. Myers, Bewley in front. Bewley's got it. Strong mark there as two of the Devils, let's call the big dogs, went up for that contested mark. Despite the efforts of the Lakers' defence, bit of class prevailing there. And Bewley getting it done and even outpointing Myers on that occasion. And Bewley got a chance to kick his second goal and restore this otherwise underwhelming second term from the Devils despite clear weight of possession. So it'll be Brett Bewley. See how he goes. He's got 1 goal, 2. Make that 1-3. He's hit the post. Darley's 5th behind of the term. A bit like Collingwood last night. 4 goals, 10, Darley, 34. The Lakers 2-3-15. So it'll be Gove to bring the ball back into play. So Darley held goalless in the opening 19 minutes. Admittedly through their own doings as Gove brings the ball back into play and found Pring. 49 metres out from the Darley goal. It goes with the right boot, Lahore the fly. And Unreal, I'm not sure he really... That was a lucky decision there. Not even paid by the officiating umpire. It was actually overruled by the one that was in the Devils forward line. The short kick there from Fogarty only went as far as Butler. He's kicked towards Thompson. Clever thump. How will Matricardi execute by hand on this occasion? Had that intercepted. His hands haven't been good today, Matricardi. Ground level ball, Denham in and under. There'll be a ball up. So, if there were highlights in this second quarter, somebody let me know. I haven't seen any. There's Pring. Ground level ball. Right foot kick to half forward. Strong mark taken there by Fogarty. So Fogarty with ball in hand. He wastes no time and a chance to make the Devils pay. Deep into attack, the ball goes. Now Matthew Brett opportunity here. The prize to tackle on Jarrett was fair and clean. Denied him an opportunity for a shot on goal. And then we a ball up. Lakers in attack here. Finlayson, Johnson with the tap. Clearing kick out of the congestion from Adam Azzopardi. Got it towards the defensive 50. Gardner needs to be clean, and he was. Another poor hand pass, but it was okay for Page to gather. Went with the kick towards Matt Riccardi. Hand pass inboard was good as Gardner kept running. He's got some toe, the youngster. He took a bounce and another. Some welcoming speed into the game. A third bounce, a fourth bounce. Ran to 50. Squaring kick. And Hellier, arguably the Lakers' best, has pushed back and read it well off the boot. And took a nice mark. He's got Preston short, but he'll elect to go down the middle. This kick needs to be good, and it was. Courageous kick. Found Gove. Why not roll the dice? See how it comes off. That kick was poor. Ward didn't bend. Open the door for Jarrett. He was clean at ground level. Fired the hair pass out to Fogarty. Dribbling ball to Finlayson. The big fella, how will it sit for him? He got leg braked and opened the door there for Z Stratton to go by hand to Ward. His left foot kick was smothered there by Fogarty. Ward's got to do his own tidying up as the pressure comes from Fogarty. And it will end in a ball up, and Butler also getting up off the ground. So 55 metres away from the Lakers goal. Tap one by Finlayson. Only as far as Johnson. His kick was smothered. Fell into the hands of Collins, who got it to Thompson. Then went towards, from the boundary line. We'll throw that into the highlights reel if we haven't found one already. Terrific finish there from Bailey Thompson. And you know what? That's just what the game needed. A nice quality finish. Darley 4-10-34 lead Lake-Wendouree 3-3-21. Terrific goal into the breeze from the Lakers. And the first goal of this term from either side has taken the best part of 22 minutes. Yeah. I'm not sure if a bake is Dan Jordan's go, but it would be warranted at the half as they concede again, Darley, in the middle of the ground. This time it's Zampatti who went to half forward. Juggling mark taken there by Duncan Cadman. So the Lakers be disappointed with that. So the turnover opportunity found Joel Cadman on centre wing members' side. Plays on. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Riley Matricani presents. The spoil was terrific from Hellier. He kept running clean. Bolt Baker in the process. Collie took his eye off it. Chance here for Hellier. Kick went about 15, 20 metres. Duncan Cadman was clean. He gathered and threw it on the boot to half forward. Hellier dropped it. Ball at ground level. No prior. The umpire will blow the whistle and effect a ball up. On true centre half forward here on Darley Park. As we enter time on in this second term. The Lakers with the only goal of the term. Darley with 5 behinds, if you don't mind. Tap one there by Myers. Through traffic went Baker. Couldn't negotiate. Hurry kick out of the congestion for the Lakers. Got it to centre wing. Turnover opportunity here for Young. A left foot torpedo. Got plenty of it. Ground ball opportunity. As the party with speed, can he break the tackle? He could from Gove. His loose hand pass. Found Bewley. Made it look easy in the finish. A rare quality finish for the Devils in front of goal in the second term. In fact, it was the only. And they get their first of the term. 5-10-40, Darley. Lead the Lakers 3-3-21. And we've been playing near 24 minutes in this second term. So Bewley gets his second goal of the term, of the match, sorry. A big cheerio going out to David Brett, father of Matthew, who's tuning in from Sweden. Ball up, tap one by Zampatti, ground level ball. Bewley was terrific, find the hand pass out towards Baker. Hamlet said for him, might have caught one high, the umpire agreed. And it's against James. So it'll be Baker. Second game back from a layoff on the hamstring. Went in the Johnson direction. The umpire will have to pay that one. Second grab was terrific. And Johnson will go back and have a shot on goal here. Chance to emulate the Devils captain, Brett Bewley, with a second goal of the afternoon. So it'll be Johnson from 40 metres out. Almost directly straight in front. He'll kick from 40. Gets plenty on the kick, and he likes it. Couple of claps to help it over the line and on its way for back-to-back goals for the Devils. Just to add some bang for buck for their weight of possession. It's just some poor execution, especially by hand. Just hand passing at ankles and shoelaces and overcooking hand pass in the breezy conditions. It's been the Devils' undoing, and the Lakers have done well, especially behind the ball. Hellier especially, he's been very good. Gove has also been instrumental. Back in the middle of the ground, tap one by, well, we'll call that even. Ground ball, shark by Bewley. Didn't get enough on the hand pass. Was red roll. Intercepted by Collins, who went to half forward. Bewley in front, couldn't take the mark. Socket off the ground there by Finlayson. Favoured Young. Needs to bend and gather, and he couldn't. And Finlayson just socketed over the line for a boundary throw-in. 16:46, Darley lead Lake+Wendouree 3-3-21. So, throw-in to take place here. Well, country footy style. We'll just have to wait for it to be returned. We'll get you an update score from around the grounds in a moment ahead of half-time. So stick with us. Boundary throw-in. Myers read it well. Oh, a bit stiff there, the Devils. They're away. Seen plenty of shallow throw-ins, just let go. And that one was just pulled up as Myers was at the advantage in front. Just hand pass it to Bewley. But it's been called back for a reset. O'Keefe at the back, and the Lakers are away with a right foot kick inside 50. Finlayson did well, the big fella, to stand up in the contest. Chance of Fogarty. Quick hands back to O'Keefe. Shot on goal for goal of the day. Just misses off to the right and through for a minor score. Did well there, O'Keefe. So the ball to come back into play, and it'll be Bewley who'll get it done. So Bewley elects to go straight down the middle of the ground. One-on-one contest. Leonard and Hellier. The ball won in the end. Kept bouncing over the back. Chance of Myers. Got a bit cute with the kick over the top to Johnson. The siren sounds for half-time here. And Darley could manage just 2 goals, 5 for that term with that tricky breeze. But they lead 6-10-46. They lead the Lakers 3-4-22. So it's a 24-point lead to the home side Devils. Let's go round the grounds. Sebastopol 4-8-32 lead North Ballarat 5-1-31. East Point 6-8-44 lead Ballarat 6-3-39. And here at halftime in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round, it's Darley 6-10-46 who lead the Lakers 3-4-22. The goal scorers for Darley, Bewley and Johnson have 2 apiece. Adam Azzopardi and Dylan Bishop 1. Whilst for Lake+Wendouree, Jack Butler, Bailey Thompson and Felix Fogarty have a goal each. So we'll take a well-deserved break and we'll be back with the third quarter action in about 15 minutes' time.
I want you to inspire me, and I want to inspire you this football season with our high-quality, locally grown meat. Hop online or give us a call on 5368 117 or come in store and we will deliver to you free of charge this football season. Proud sponsors of this station, the Land Local Butcher.
The property management team at Stockdale and Lego Bacchus Marsh are currently giving gift cards for any referrals that result in properties being managed by them. Contact station sponsor Stockdale and Lego and ask for Jade Daly or Emily Closter on 5367 5700. Stockdale and Lego, we are here for you. Proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
Rusdale Proprietary Limited phone 0419 568 635. Just brought your home site the man to phone for quick and prompt service Graham Gillespie at Rustel. 0419 568 635. Proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
Community radio made in Moorabool. Apple 98.5 FM.
I'm being there for Redan, but of course North Ballarat flying 7 wins on the trot. More on them later. Sunbury 12-17-89. Too good for Ballarat. 5-7-37, and Sunbury smoking the pipe in 5th place. They could be ready to pounce if those above are on their way to finals. And Melton at home to East Point. Well, there's a little bit of spruik that East Point could test the Bloods for a half. They led from go to woe and won all 4 quarters. 13-11-89 defeated East Point 5-7-37. The top 5 goal kickers in the competition at the moment. Brian Carter, after his 7-goal haul, moved to 38. Isaac Grant with 34 for Redan. Running third, Andrew Hooper on 33 from Ballarat. Jamie Quick on 32 from North Ballarat. And on 31, Toby Hunt after his 7 goals. Our guest tonight, Jake Egan from the Sunbury Football Club, Josh Huxtable from Bacchus Marsh, and Adrian Minito from Melton. So 3 youngsters getting a bit of airtime and deservedly so playing some good footy. But at the top, boys, we had a look at Darley and Bacchus Marsh at the weekend, and it was an interesting game of football. While the Cobras had 6 scoring shots the 3-quarter time, identical to that of their previous week against Melton. They did end up on 14, as they did against Melton as well, but couldn't quite get the job done. But they came home with a flurry, as they did against the Bloods, but the game was pretty much all but done, and the Devils finishing with 8 of the top 10 disposal winners on the ground. Bewley, Cadman and Page with 32, 32 and 31 disposals. But an interesting stat, whilst the Devils had 8 of the top 10, they did have 7 of the bottom 10. Jake Owen with 16 marks, and your young bloke Joel with 5 goals kept them in it. And Spencer Lively goal in the opening term. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the game, how did you enjoy the experience?
Yeah, it was awesome to be out there, Toddy. Obviously, some of the names you spoke of, like Rep Bewley, Shane Page, them sort of guys, it's almost a bit of a privilege for someone like me to be out there playing alongside them. And I heard someone say that I was out there, as a fan, and I very much was like that, calling umpires calls, because you sort of pinch yourself a bit when there's someone like Rep Bewley running past you and double the size of me and more than double the player, that's for sure. But yeah, no, it was awesome to be out there and a great experience.
Fred, your young bloke stood up, not the first time he kicked 5 goals in a losing side for the Cobras in a derby. He's a likely type. I know it's pretty tough for you to kind of gloat or promise too much on the young bloke, but you don't mind giving him a whack on the backside if he is failing. So deservedly so, you can quite comfortably give him a rap neutrally.
Yeah, no, Toddy he had a terrific game, and seems to be when it's a Darley and Bacchus Marsh game, he gets himself up a little bit more than other games, but anyone that plays in those local derbies shouldn't have to get himself up to play in those derbies. But he had a really good game, but it's interesting. I think it sort of stems back to the game last year when there was a quotation between Matty Brett and Joel when Joel took the mark in the goal square and Matty Brett landed on top of him, and to the words, now nobody's owned up to this, Brett or Joel, because Joel reckons he never said it, was supposed to have said to Matty Brett, "Move over, old man, it's time for the young fella to shine." So I don't know who's telling the truth, but yeah, no, he had a terrific game, and he wasn't the only one that had a good game there too.
Well, he's got plenty of footy ahead of him for that call to come back and bite him on the bum. That's for sure. But an entertaining game of footy. Jake Owen, 16 marks. Well, that kind of attests or validates the impetus of the Cobras behind the footy. Did it feel like that on ground, Spence? That there was, a significant outnumber behind the ball from the Cobras?
Yeah, I mean, the thing to say, you guys obviously speak about it quite a lot, is, put Jake forward because you want to win the game and not save it. And I can see where you're coming from, because that is the genuine argument. Does he play forward or back? But I mean, the amount of times where we were able to rebound from half back was off the doing of Jake Owen. And, maybe we don't get the opportunity to go forward to kick to Jake Owen if he's not down back. So everyone always says rob Peter to pay Paul, but it did feel like every time the ball got kicked up in the air, Jake was going to mark it, and 16 marks or whatever it was amazing. So, he's another one that's just a pleasure to play with, but, he was outstanding yet again.
Yeah, they certainly aid the depth, the Coates players coming back to the Cobras. But outside of the Melton South game, for the 5 games that the Coates talent have played for the Cobras, they just happen to have won the 3 quarters, albeit all 3 last quarters against top 6 opposition, Melton, Darley and Redan. Make of that what you will, Fridge.
Well, that probably tells you something, Todd. Those boys are super fit, and some of the older fellas are getting a bit tired in that last quarter, and those boys just keep running all day.
Just on the ground, while there was plenty of compliments throwing around in the post-match about the Cobras, even though they lost again, Spence, who did the damage for the Devils? Who felt like they were having the greatest impact on ground? I know it's hard for you to sort of focus on opposition while you've got your own role to execute. What did it feel like on ground?
For me, I reckon it was probably Shane Page. Like, just the way he's able to find space when no one else can, and Bewley, you just expect him to do that, and Page to do it as well. I suppose he's so classy, but just when you're out there, it's like he's just really evasive, and when he gets the ball, he does something with it as well. So I probably, if there was 3 votes to be given out from me, I reckon he would have got the 3.
Would have thought that the game at the weekend, Darley had fielded their strongest side for the season, Todd, without Cousins in the side. And in my view, they controlled the game for 3 quarters, and then they just failed to execute by the amount of points that they kicked. But they'll be better for the run because they come off the bye, and you've got a young fellow like Wright, hasn't played for possibly 12 months. 3rd game back, he's going to improve on the run. But
Baker first up, 7 weeks.
First up, yeah. Like I said, they'll improve off that hit out.
Yeah, there's plenty of chat around the comp when you talk to coaches or elite players via interviews or whatever, or just your regular run-of-the-mill players. None of them have got Darley in the mix, which is surprising given they've had a win over Melton and Sebastopol.
The good thing the Cobras can take out of the game was their intensity and their effort for 4 quarters was fantastic. They'd become more competitive, and they just need to start winning games and start building on next year. And I think the last 4 or 5 games of the season, there's a possibility they could win 3, so they could end up winning 5 for the season, which is not a bad pass mark for them.
Yeah, they could in fact surpass Ballarat late, so finishing 8th underneath Redan or East Point would be about right for where the Cobras are at.
Well, you flip a coin, 3 years ago, Darley was in the same situation.
Correct.
So,
Well, a player that he'd be grateful not in a position to be missing finals this year and not living up to expectation on the team front. He certainly had an excellent season individually, and he's been one of the reasons why Sunbury have mounted a revival and living up to some of that potential that we've thought that they've always had. And he joins us on the line, Interleague representative Jake Egan. Welcome to the presser, Jake.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks for having me, mate.
And you've had a good year in a very busy side. In best 4 out of 12, 11 goals. So you're a noted sort of goal kicker for a mid forward. Before we get on to your personal contributions at local level, tell us about your interleague experience and the confidence, if any, gained out of that game.
No, it was definitely a good experience. Good group of boys we got to know then. Became a pretty tight group by the end of the night, I felt, and just good solid hit out and brought some confidence into the games by the end of it, for sure.
Yeah, the Hampton League are certainly no slouches. They had some form going in, and of course they had the reigning Hampton League best and fairest going around in Jed Birmingham, who started in the middle. What was to make of the Hampton League side before getting the job done?
Yeah, going in, they were speaking about their midfield as a pretty strong group, and they probably beat us in the first quarter, but I thought after the first quarter we brought it up to them and definitely won the battle from after that.
Which of your teammates had the greatest elevation in your personal opinion of as a player who, say, went from a 6 to an 8 or a 5 to an 8, for example? Who was an underrated player in your opinion heading in that's now rated highly?
Oh, definitely Riley Miller. He was going in, not a lot of talk about him, and I thought he was very good during that game. He was one of the best, in my opinion.
Oh, that's the way. Nothing like kicking up for a teammate. I mean, you're with him three nights a week. We were looking at a player from another club that sort of elevated and stood up in the game. I understand you had 6 of your own going around, but what you found or more respect did you discover for another player?
Jack Riding. I've never met him or played with him before, but he was just a very, very solid forward, and it was pretty hard to stop him at the half-forward line.
So you get a game at Sunbury, Joe?
He'd probably slot in nicely.
So the season that Sunbury are having, you're 2 games clear in 5th place, but more relatively speaking, you're knocking on the door of a potential top 3 finish, because you've got some big games to come. The way you finish off is, of course, you've got the bye this week before Melton, North Ballarat, Bacchus Marsh and Darley. So you play 3 sides above, so where you finish is where you deserve to finish, but a couple of upsets there, you might be able to sneak a top 3 finish.
Yeah, definitely. We got a couple of them that proves we're well and truly capable of finishing at the top end and just being a strong side towards the back end of the season.
You played 12 games this year, so you've had a run around against all clubs. Which club has impressed you most?
Definitely Darley at the start of the season. They were looking, when they bet us, they were very strong, but then you look at it, North Ballarat, they look like they're just flying at the moment. So probably tips North at the moment.
And how are you going to spend the bye week, the weekend off? Are you one to go and have a look at another game of footy, or go to the AFL and have a look, or just have the weekend off?
Actually in Tasmania at the moment for work, but we fly back in on Friday night, so I'll probably just go to some local footy, whatever's closest to home, and just have a look at that, I think.
Jake Spence here, mate. Josh Goda, former teammate, I suppose, former junior of Sunbury. You must be very proud and pleased to see how well he's going, slotted back into that North Melbourne lineup very nicely.
Yeah, mate, he's flying, and went to watch him on the weekend. Yeah, it was the first game I got to see him play, obviously. Pretty proud moment to be a good mate of his and watch him go along, and he's tracked along very nicely, I think. And
Harry Minton-Connell's one of my favourite players, to be honest, in the Ballarat League. Do you think he's a genuine smoky? Is he going to play enough footy to contend for the Henderson medal, maybe top 3 vote count?
Oh, definitely. He's definitely up there, mate. He's in the best every week, and he shows what you get with him, and he comes out every week, puts his head down and bum up and takes it on, and he's just a star, in my opinion.
So you've had predominantly your senior career under Travis Hodgson. Is there anything different he's doing this year than previous years to validate your move up the table, or is it more just players playing more so to their capabilities?
Yeah, probably the capabilities, and sticking to the same plan that we've stuck to for the past 2 years, and just following through with that. The more the game plan, the more we stick to that, the more we're going to keep going and getting more wins, hopefully.
Jake Muir got injured prior to the Joel Muir got injured prior to the interleague game with an ankle. How's he tracking?
Yeah, he's tracking all right. Should be maybe 1 or 2 more weeks. We'll come back to the reserves, I think, and then hopefully for the last 2 games we'll get him in just before finals. Hopefully all going well.
Jake, Fridge here, mate. Your junior footy, have you always been at Sunbury, and have you played any like TAC Cup or Coast League or NAB League?
Yeah, so I was at Rupertswood when I first started, but I moved very early to Sunbury, and I always got overlooked for the TAC Cup and like all the Calder Cannon stuff. Always got overlooked for that. So yeah, just basically Sunbury most of my life, yeah.
Geez, they must have been watching the wrong fella, because I've been really impressed with the way you've gone about it, and seen a game against Bacchus Marsh, and I thought you were terrific, and you're a big lad, and I'm surprised that you didn't get seen by the Calder Cannons, that's for sure.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So your dad played some senior footy at Darley, Jake, I'm told. So is there any chance over your journey you'll make your way home?
Oh, look, probably not.
Just say no, Jake. Just say no.
Not if Hoggy can help it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does that make you a one-pointer, Jake?
Yeah.
Father-son.
His home's back up in Maryborough, so we were going to go anywhere to play him and be back up in Maryborough.
Just on that Darley connection, you did obviously you acknowledge how well the Devils went, but that game that Brett Bewley had against Sunbury at the Clark Oval's one of the best games of country footy I've ever seen. It probably would have been better, or albeit more frustrating for you, close up to watch it all evolve. 40 disposals and 6 goals.
Yeah, credit where credit. Sure, it was pretty insane to come out and have a kick 6 from the midfield and come out like that. No 40 plus as far as it's a pretty big effort, that's for sure.
Is there much time from Hoggy put into the top end of the competition? You know, the Bewleys, Lockie George, Isaac Grant, Jake Owen. Do they get much air time in the build up to Sunbury games?
Yeah, there's definitely a bit more going in now than what there was at the start of the season. We're locking down on that, I guess, just to put an emphasis on that. And coming to the back end, there's certain players you've got to shut down when it comes to those big games, and yeah, we'll try and do that, I guess.
So Tyson Lever, is he more often assigned a loose role across half back? He doesn't seem to be assigned a matchup. He's more of an offensive defender. I know that sounds like a bit of an oxymoron, but that's what he seems to be, rebounding defender with a licence to do it. Welcome back to Darley Park. It's half-time here. We're not far off a start for the commencement of the third term in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. Darley with a 24-point lead here, 6-10-46. They lead Lake-Wendouree 3-4-22. And in the first of sorts, Dan Jordan took his army of players up in front of goal for some goal-kicking practice at half-time. So when I made that reference about the stove is on, expect to bake, I think that was enough information to suggest or vent his displeasure in the execution of their skill set in that second term. Credit to the Lakers, they're hanging in 3-4-22. They trail Darley 6-10-46. An excellent goal to Bailey Thompson up against the boundary line to add to the otherwise near non-existent highlights reel. Not far up a start. Centre bounce under sunny skies to get played away. Zampatti won that tap. Collins knocked it further afield to Thompson. The man of speak. He ran to 55 and went long to a vacant goal square. How will it bounce? It's off to the right. And bounced over the line for a boundary throw-in. So an all-important clearance and some territory gain from the Lakers from the opening bounce. It's got the Devils on the back foot early. Sebastopol and North Ballarat tied at half-time, 38 apiece. We'll keep an eye on that. Boundary throw-in. Myers gets front position. Knocked that. Couldn't gather cleanly. Had that knocked away from him over the line for a repeat, albeit throw-in. So that one fell short, but that wasn't recalled. Work that out. Boundary throw-in. Tap one by Myers. Ground ball opportunity for Foster. Cadman with the pressure. So to Ward. There'll be a stoppage. Ball up, 20 metres out from the Lakers' goal. So Myers won that tap. A handful of players waiting at ground level. Pring one of those. He's bailed up. And another stoppage will prevail. Ball up. Again, Myers, tap, running through was Butler. Couldn't gain possession. Forced to tackle in the end. And create another stoppage. So just having a chat to all and faithful at the half-time break. Not the biggest rap on the game. As Myers tap found Bewley, who got it to half-back. Ground level ball. Norton was either dropped or it was held without it. The umpire chose the latter and held without it. So Norton with ball in hand. Leonard has gone back to a more familiar role across half-back. It'll be Norton with ball in hand to send the Lakers into attack. So he'll weigh up the options. The breeze is ideal behind him at the moment, so he gets plenty on the kick. But the accuracy let him down. He missed off to the right and went out of bounds on the full. And Myers will bring the ball back into play. He'll go short to Ward, who marks unmanned until a giant, Felix Fogarty, assumed the mark. But not before Ward was able to find Colley just inside the boundary line. This kick needs to be good, and it wasn't. It was cut off there by Butler. Denham venting his disappointment. It was on his own. Colley, spoil on Pring. But Pring did his own mopping up, and he'll have a shot on goal. It's bending back. Good use of the body. How will it bounce? Favourably. Goal to the Lakers. Pring gets his first, and the Lakers get their fourth. And fair dinkum, the Devils couldn't do their own shoes up at the moment. 4-4-28, the Lakers. Darley 6-10-46. Nathan Pring loves a goal. Experienced campaigner for the Lakers over the journey. Loves a goal. Good use of the body too. In the goal square to deny the Devils to be on right side. Back into the middle for a restart. Zampatti won the tap. Only as far as Myers, who knocked it the advantage of Bewley. Tumbling kick to half forward. Might have been Joel Cadman there, was it? It was indeed. And he'll go back from about 55 metres out. Not quite the area he was having practice shots on goal at half time, albeit the break, mind you. So if you've just joined us here, Darley 6-10. They kicked 4-5 in the opening term, 2-5 in the second. And the Lakers, with the opening goal of this third term, Cadman's kick's pretty good. It's fading late, through for a minor score. 6-11, 47 Darley. Lead the Lakers 4-4-28. The Lakers have come to play, and they're undermanned, mind you. They're still four or five short of their best team. Don't worry about that. Ground level opportunity here for the youngster there in Jarrett, who kicked the ball towards half forward. Foot race on in earnest. Bit of toe showed there by the youngster there in Davis to prevail in front of Page, but the umpires picked out a free kick. Gee, they're out to the Lakers. A little bit of misfortune for a hold. It'll be Zane Lahure with ball in hand on the defensive 50. So he'll go short to Bewley, who presents in front of Collins and takes an uncontested mark. Keeps the kick low for Leonard. Couldn't take the mark. Waiting at the back there was Zampatti, who threw ball on boot. Tumbling ball at that. Darley got three players. Can they work it out? They can't. Chance here for Z Stratton. Quick hands to Brett. Searching hand pass was hopeful rather than anything else. The gather from Thompson was terrific, who found Norton, who went further afield to Fogarty, who had a kick across the body. He missed to the near side and a let off for the Devils. The big fella, Fogarty, who's already kicked one for the visitors today. Gee, they waste no time, the Devils. The ball's got the half back already through Myers, who got it to Colley. Back to Young, slow hand pass, found Myers, who ran some measure and got it towards the attacking 50. Leonard presents, gathers in the end. Chance here for Cadman, kick smothered. It's gone over the line for a boundary throw-in right in front of the Darley coach's box. Get the eyes on Dan Jordan, still looking a little perplexed, given what's transpired here this afternoon. While they do lead, it's been the least bit convincing. Myers, good use of the body. Won that ruck contest, grabbed it in the end, sent the ball forward. Chance there for Leonard, got it towards Bishop. Shot on goal. Sprayed it across the face, bouncing ball. Found touch, albeit out of bounds. There'll be a boundary throw-in. So, Darley in attack. Boundary throw in. Deep one. Johnson won that tap, got it to Baker, who found Bewley. His kick was smothered by Robertson. Chance here for Bishop. He got it to Cadman. His kick's been cut off on the last line. It'll be Hellier with ball in hand. He'll look to go members' side. I'll be Braden. So he goes with the right boot towards half back. At the fly at the back there was Zampatti. He took an ice mark over the top of Bewley. So Zampatti with ball in hand. Will look to go short and found his fellow giant in Felix Fogarty, who presented and took an ice mark in front of Riley Matricardi. Goes short to Thompson, who's been good. Wheels and goes onto that right boot, high up and under kick. There's a 2-on-1 here. Numbers prevailed for the Devils. And Billy Myers takes a rebound mark and a chance to impact the contest and send the ball back members' side of the ground. Kick held up in the breeze, and Duncan Cadman was the beneficiary. Took an uncontested mark at the end. He went short to Baker. So Baker on half back. He goes short to Collie. Hold your breath stuff. Kick found him. So he'll hand pass it back into traffic to Myers, who was forced to go by hand. Poor decision making. Footy IQ's tested here at the moment as Myers hand pass found Collie, who kept running and got it back somehow. Got ball on boot. Waiting at ground level was Baker. Fired it over towards Bishop. They can raffle it here, the Devils. They got it to Bewley. Captain's goal coming, and he's got it. Bewley gets his third here at Darley Park. So when you get the mental maths wrong and you send it back to the teacher and you get it wrong again and you send it back and you get it wrong again and you send it back and you finally get it right, well, that's what Bewley's done. He's just done everything right there in the end and corrected the errant ways of the Devils in front of goal. And they get their first of the second half. They're 7-11. How convenient. They lead the Lakers 4-5-29. Bewley has goal number 3. He's really only been the standout for the Devils today. Lakers have had a handful of contributors against the odds, and Zampatti won that tap. Butler came off half forward, couldn't gather. Ground level ball. Zampatti keeps pressuring. That was good work by the big fella. Fired the hand pass over towards James. His squaring kick was cut off there by Young. His hand pass was too heavy for Baker. Didn't need to drill him from a metre away. Just put it out in front of him. Simple footy IQ stuff as Zampatti's got a chance to make them pay. His hand pass, that was a good tackle from Ward to deny Darcy Thompson. And there'll be a ball up on the attacking side of centre wing, out of side of the ground. So a goal apiece in this third term. Been playing 9.5 minutes. Tap won by Myers. Got it to himself. Kick was smothered though. Ryan got a touch of the fumbles. Strength shown there by James was dispossessed in the end. The umpires pinged him for holding the ball. And it'll be Brett Bewley with ball in hand. He'll take the resultant free kick and send the Devils into attack. So Bewley onto that all too familiar left foot. Sends it into attack, and the mark's been taken there by Leonard. Directly in front of goal. 35 metres out. And Leonard has got a chance to kick back-to-back goals for the Devils and a chance to extend the lead to 30. It's 24 at the moment. Leonard without a goal. Will need left goalpost. Sets it on its way. Yep, that's a terrific kick. Snuck it back. Beautifully read off the boot there by Leonard. He gets his first. And Darley get their second of the term. They're 8-11-59. They lead the Lakers 4-5-29. So let's see how the Lakers, how long they can hang on for, especially if the Devils start to hit their straps with their ball use. It'd be good to see the Lakers, for their own sake, hang in. If they are, admittedly, despite a one-win team, they're 4 or 5 short of their best 22 out there. And Darley, arguably just right, Cousins and Impey short of theirs. Ball up, tap one by Zampatti through traffic. Went Matricardi, got it to Baker. Left foot kick to half forward. Bishop in front of it, knocked away from him by Hellier. Young was clean and he ran away with the outside of the right boot, read well by Ryan, did everything but take the mark. Then he went to ground, opened the door here for the Devils, and Amazapati was clean at ground level. Find the hand pass out to Dedham, who can have a shot on goal with the left boot, and he's put it through. Some handy moments for the Devils in the last few minutes. They've kicked 3 on the bounce in good time. Near 12 minutes gone, third term. Darley 9-11-65. Lead Lake-Wendouree 4-5-29. So Matty Denham chimes in for, not noted for his goal kicking out of the midfield. He has his first. Bewley with 3, Johnson with 2. The only multiple goal scorers on the ground. So Darley get their 9th. Zampati swinging a miss in the aerial. Then his follow-up work was a little bit stiff. Blinded by not being able to see the footy, and he manhandled Azapati, who played on and got it to Johnson, who went to half forward and found Bewley. So just inside the centre square, Bewley sends a prodigious long left foot kick to the top of the goal square. This terrific mark taken there by Hellier on the last line. He'll save the day for the Lakers. So Hellier comes broadcast side. Zampati the target. Spoil if it was okay from Johnson, but the mark was taken there by Zampati. Johnson thought he was off and then tackled him and threw him to the ground. Was either holding the ball or 50 metres, one or the other, but belatedly paid the mark. Kick gets to half forward for the Lakers. Chance here for the youngster Davis, just threw it out to Fogarty. The umpire blinded, couldn't see that. Chance here for Jarrett. That was a clever hand pass. Davis got a bad bounce. And then Gardner just infringed there, just a bit clumsy. And it'll be Davis with ball in hand onto that right boot. Goes into the forward pocket. Matthew Brick got plenty of it. Johnson, second of it was good. Tackled, took Brett to the ground. There'll be a ball up. Some 25 metres around from the Lakers goal. So the Devils 9-11-65. Lead the Lakers 4-5-29. Been playing near 14 minutes in this third term. And the big fella, Finlayson, just ushered over the line by Johnson, and there'll be a boundary throw in. 25 metres around from the Lakers goal. Who have one goal in this third term through Pring. Here's the throw in. Finlayson did the ruck work, won that tap. Chance here for Collins. It was terrific. Shot on goal. It was a fair effort just off to the left and through for a minor score. So the Lakers 6th behind of the match. They're 4-6-30. They trail Darley 9-11-65. 35-point ball game in favour of the home side. So we'll get some scores from around the grounds in our next stoppage here. Ball comes back into play from Brett, and the kick was good and found Duncan Cabin, who went short. Didn't go the required distance, but up to the task. There was Riley Matricati. Sent the ball towards the centre. Read beautifully off the pack there by Denham. He got it to Bishop. Had Spiteri on the outside, but went by boot and found Baker, who could just chip it over the top. In the middle of 3 Darley players, and Joel Cadman can run into an open goal, and he missed. Fair dinkum. That's like blowing the candles out from 5 centimetres away and not blowing one out at all. Disappointment there for the Devils. Let off for the Lakers, albeit separation on the scoreboard as they negotiate their way out of defence. Foster the target. Mark's just in front of Brett. Gets onto the left boot, the experienced campaigner. Reading well there was Bailey Thompson. Had a good game. Onto the right boot, goes forward. Players set themselves strong. Mark taken there by Lahore. Been okay today for the Devils. So he'll go. Well, that would have been a risky kick to Adam Azapati, who presented. But he'll go to Brett on a 2-on-1. Took an ice grab. Adam Azapati just calls for it. Doesn't even really sort of take in what's around him. Just calls for the ball. And Brett did the right thing and ignored that option and went to Denham, who found Colley on the corner of half-back. He'll get onto that non-preferred left and got plenty of it. Waiting in the back there was Bishop. Howlett sit for him. Just ushers the ball out. Baker at ground level kept his feet. Was terrific. Quick hands were hot, but turned it over to O'Keefe, who lowered the eyes with the right boot and found Collins in the middle of the ground. He turned onto that right boot, went forward. Finlayson on a one-on-one with Brett. Brett's spoil was good. Ground level ball gathered by Fogarty. Free kick against Brett every day of the week. It'll be Fogarty with ball in hand, about 50 metres out from the Lakers' goal. And having not been privy to many of Felix's games, either at Rebels level or club level, not sure on the journey. I'll ask the timekeeper. You back him in from here? He'll get the distance. Well, there you go. So it'll be all about the accuracy from 50 metres from the newly acquired Fogarty at the Lakers. A handy addition. There's the kick on its way. And Matthew Brett came out, took a nice mark, read it well. Took a nice mark in the goal square. So Matthew Brett shanks the kick favourably, though. Mitch Gardner has got Collie wide. Now goes to him. Kick's good. So Collie from the back pocket. Terrific kick. Found Joel Cadman, who can just play on and get it to Page. Half forward, stopped and propped and then lowered the eyes. Baker's gather was very good. Left foot kick across the body was a squaring kick. And the mark's been taken there by Johnson. That was well done by Baker. Ball just set up for him nice at waist level. He was just able to wheel onto that left boot. And in the event of him being a right footer, the degree of difficulty would have been greater. So Baker gathering that ball on the right side of the ground to come back inboard. Johnson didn't let him down with an overhead and a chance to kick his third. Lucky to score in the end. Terrible kick. Just not enough value placed on the execution in front of goal as Darley get their 13th behind. Just undoing all that good work. It's just draining. I imagine it's draining to play amongst, because it's certainly draining to watch as the ball comes back into play. The fly at the back. Fogarty had plenty of it. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the Lakers' way. It's going to go against Denham, just told to go back as O'Keefe tries to retrieve the footy. So the left foot kick goes to half forward. Poor kick. The mark's been taken unmanned there by Andy Azapati. This kick needs to be good. And it was okay to Page, who was off. Hand pass inboard. Riley Matricati went by hand to Collie. Umpire paid the advantage as Matricati was dumped. Put the ball out in front of Bishop. Hand pass over the top was okay towards Myers, who went along the line and found Johnson. So he kicked this. If he had his boots on, well, his right boots on. So he's giving every indication he's going to go back and have a shot on goal here. It'll take arguably a kick to match Thompson's goal in the second quarter to convert from over there. A kick from just inside 50. Gets plenty on the kick. There's the fly from, might have been Gardner, was it? But through for a minor score. Copy paste another behind. They're 14th. 9-14, 68 Darley. Ball comes back into play. They lead the Lakers 4-6-30. Kick found Butler on half back for the Lakers. He'll wheel onto the preferred right boot and go to outer centre wing. Players set themselves. Terrific mark taken there by Fogarty, who went towards half forward. There's the fly from Brett. Got ball on, hand on ball. Finlayson presented an aerial for the Lakers. Ground level opportunity here for the Devils. Can they be clean here and execute? Chance here for Denham. It goes through traffic. It found Baker, who wheeled onto the left boot. Trusty boot. Cut off. Mark taken there by Ryan. He's got Holmes. Just got it there, and he goes lateral. The kick just let him down a bit. Andy has a putt. He needs to be good here, and his tackle was good to deny Hellier an exit, and there'll be a ball up on half forward out of side of the ground for the Devils. So we've been playing near 21 and a half minutes in this third term here. Darley 9-14, lead the Lakers 4-6. So it's a 38-point lead to the Devils. Ball up, tap one by Zampatti, as far as Bewley, who went by hand to Joel Cadman. On the left boot. Coming in from the side there was Leonard, who took a nice mark. But the Devils have infringed. Free kick will go to Ryan, who plays on. Wastes no time and got it to go. He went with the right boot and found Preng, laces out. Good combination here from the Lakers. Chip over the top was good. Found Preston, who kept running. Right foot kick inside 50. Finlayson's got it, the big fella. I'm not sure what nickname they've got for him at the Lakers, but Truck sounds appropriate. What do they give him at the Lakers? Sheepy. Well, I won't ask about that. Might be Sean the Sheep, given his name's Sean Finlayson. So he's giving every indication he's going to go back and have a shot on goal here, the big fella. So, low-scoring affair here. Finlayson gets plenty on the kick. Won't get the distance. Players set themselves, and Myers knocks it through for a rush behind. So the Lakers kick 1-3 in this turn to the Devils 3-4. They're 4-7-31. They trail Darley 9-14-68. We're out to a 37-point lead as Bewley brings the ball back into play. There's a 2-on-1 here in the middle of the ground. Lakers get numbers for a spoil. Spiteri at ground level, find the hand pass out to a player under the pump. I speak of Adam as the party. I like Adam's will to demand the footy. Sometimes his peripheral just lets him down a bit. Ball up, tap one by Zampatti. Ground level ball. Ushered through there by Butler, who can't extricate, but he denies the Devils an exit, and there'll be a ball up. Inside the centre square here, grabbed out of the ruck by Myers, took on the tackler, Larry Butler. Didn't get a disposal out there. Not sure whether that's legal or not, but Zampatti won the chat. Butler again. Gathers, fires the ball onto the boot, nearly too high for Preng, but he got around the would-be tackler, had a pot shot at the goals. Matthew Brett on the last line goes back and takes an uncontested mark at the end. He goes into the pocket of Z Stratton, chips it over the top to Ward here. So they need to be smart. The hand pass was good from Ward. He got it to Young. He can draw the man if he wants. Ward keeps keeping the pressure, keeping Jarrett off the football. Kick from Young was, well, it made it hard for Johnson, really. But they just didn't cover the ground there, the Devils, to present or get some separation. It just ended up in a 50-50 ball when it was all the Devils to be had and made the most of. But anyway, tap Zampatti, won that. Went out boundary side. Chance here for Adam Azzopardi. Got it to Bewley. Hand pass was good. It found Myers. On to Denham. Left foot kick. Goes forward. Mark Andor free kick to Gove. Presented well in front. On Matt Triccardi. So it'll be Gove to get the Lakers out of trouble. Went laterally to Collins. Young standing the mark. So Collins comes along the line to outer centre wing. Norton in front, didn't get a hand on it. Fell back into his hands though. Some pressure from Colley. Wasn't enough to deny him finding Fogarty, who dropped it like a hot spud. Ground level ball here. Chance of Myers. He too bailed up by Norton and Zampatti. And there'll be a ball up on the attacking side of centre wing, outer side of the ground for Darley, who lead by 37 points here. 25 and a half minutes gone in this third term. Ground level ball, chance for Butler. 1 minute remaining in this third term. For a lot of people who bought popcorn, there might have been a few that didn't bother finishing it here today and just said, I'm out of here. This game's been a battle of sorts, I tell you. As Denham and Young combine out of the congestion, and Young will send the ball forward. Can the Devils convert here? Johnson wanted the push. It was denied. Ground level opportunity here. Pressure was good from the Devils forwards on Hellier. And there'll be a stoppage inside the final minute of this third term here. So Darley, the only chance of a score here, you'd think. Tap one by Zampatti. Ryan onto that favoured left. Can extricate by the left boot and found Jarrett. Good spoil on the football there from Ward. Got around the would-be tackler. Conceded by hand inboard. Fell into the hands of Denham. Left foot kick into the danger zone. Players set themselves. Nearly a mark there to the Lakers. Shark there by Spiteri outside of the right boot. Did he get enough on it? He has. Clever forward craft at ground level from Lee Spiteri to get his first of the afternoon, and the Darley side get their 10th and their 4th goal of the term. They're 10-14-74. They lead the Lakers 4-7-31. 43-point lead to Darley in just seconds to go. 20 seconds remain in this third term here. So Darley have added 4-4 in this third quarter into the breeze. They've actually kicked 8-9 into it and just 2-5 against for the quarter to come. Lakers with 1-3 with the breeze in this term. 2-1 with it in the first. Well, it's not a great breeze to speak of when you're outside the ground. When you walk across it, you do pick it up a little bit more than you would otherwise. East Point have moved out to a 23-point lead over Ballarat. They lead 64-41. Plenty at stake for them. No updates in the Sebastopol North Ballarat game. I'll get that to you, AS. But 20 seconds remain in this third term. East Point lead Ballarat by 37 points. So Spiteri, with his first goal, joins Denham, Adam Azzopardi, Darren Leonard, Dylan Bishop on 1. Brett Bewley with 3. Will Johnson 2 for the home side. Ball up. Zampatti good. Tap. Meant for O'Keefe. Couldn't get it cleanly. Denham got it to Baker. Over towards Bewley. Went forward. Players set themselves and there's a grab. And a shot on goal imminent here just ahead of the final siren. And it's Riley Matricati with ball in hand. So a chance for Riley Matricati to convert and become the first quarter for the Devils today, where they've kicked more goals than points. There's a big high up and under kick. Won't even get the distance or won't even get a point, anything, 0. So it's three-quarter time here in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's Darley 10-14-74, who lead the Lakers 4-7-31. The major goal scorers for Darley, Brett Bewley has 3 and Will Johnson 2. 1 each to Denham, Spiteri, Adam Azzopardi, Bishop and Leonard. Whilst all singles for Lake-Wendouree, Pring, Butler, Bailey Thompson and Felix Fogarty. So, guys, the break. We'll get an update score from the North Ballarat Sebastopol game when we come back in about 5 minutes' time.
That quarter was proudly sponsored by Anytime Fitness, 72 Bennett Street, Bacchus Marsh. Mention VFL Game Day on Apple 98.5 FM to receive 50% off your joining fee, plus a free towel and water bottle.
This broadcast of BFL Game Day is proudly sponsored by Western Screens, Blinds and Awnings, 35A Griffith Street, Bacchus Marsh. Phone 5370 1478. For the best music from the time when music was really music, listen to The Tea Break on Apple 98.5 FM every Tuesday from 12 till 2.
Everything stops for tea.
Mark Shelley, along with his team at Stockdale and Lego Bacchus Marsh, run a successful and results-driven agency who are experienced, customer-focused and knowledgeable, dedicated agents delivering outstanding results for their clients. For expert advice, please call station sponsor on 5367 5700 today. Stockdale and Lego, we are here for you. Proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
I want you to inspire me. and I want to inspire you this football season with our high-quality, locally grown meat. Hop online or give us a call on 5368 1117 or come in store and we will deliver to you free of charge this football season. Proud sponsors of this station, Ballarat Local Butcher.
Rustel Proprietary Limited phone 0419 568 635. Stop for quality and service for your side cut. Phone the top man Graham Gillespie at Rustel for prompt and expert service. Proud sponsor Apple 98.5 FM.
Apple 98.5 FM, your community on the radio.
Studies show smiling is directly linked to confidence. A healthy and beautiful smile boosts self-esteem and allows us to live with confidence. Ballarat+RD Dental House. We will make you smile with our comprehensive care and a range of finance options that fits your lifestyle. We offer a variety of services including dental implants, orthodontic, Invisalign and children's dentistry.
52 Gisborne Road, phone 53152 777. Sponsors of this station.
Back in Motion, Ballarat+RD has been providing physiotherapy, massage, clinical exercise and rehab to the local community for over 7 years. Their goal is to help you achieve optimal, lifelong physical health, helping you achieve lasting results. Call 5367 4130 to book your free initial assessment with one of their qualified physios. Back in Motion at 3 Clifton Drive, Ballarat+RD are proud sponsors of Apple 98.5 FM.
Petrol Transport, where trucking and rolling along with your freight is our business. Proud sponsor, Apple 98.5 FM, your community radio station.
Neighbourhood safer places are now in some bushfire-prone areas. It's important to check if you have one in your area, but even more important to remember it should only be used as a last resort. A neighbourhood safer place cannot guarantee your safety. If a code red day is called in your area, the safest option is to leave the night before or early in the morning. For more information on neighbourhood safer places, go to the CFA website or call 1800 240 667. Prepare, act, survive.
Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
Mark Shelley, along with his team at Stockdale and Lego Bacchus-Marsh, run a successful and results-driven agency who are experienced, customer-focused and knowledgeable, dedicated agents delivering outstanding results for their clients. For expert advice, please call station sponsor on 5367 5700 today. Stockdale and Lego, we are here for you. Proud sponsor of Apple 98.5 FM.
I want you to inspire me, and I want to inspire you this football season with our high-quality, locally grown meat. Hop online or give us a call on 5368 1117 or come in store and we will deliver to you free of charge this football season. Proud sponsors of this station, Ballarat Local Butcher.
Rustel Proprietary Limited phone 0419 568 635. Stop for quality and service for your side cut. Phone the top man Graham Gillespie at Rustel for prompt and expert service. Proud sponsor Apple 98.5 FM.
Apple 98.5 FM, your community on the radio.
That's what I like about, yeah, that's the thing about
Welcome back to Darley Park ahead of the final quarter action here in Apple 98.5 FM's match of the round. It's the Devils who lead by 43 points. They kick to the scoring end in this final term. Chance here for Myers. Shrugs the tackle of Foster and then went by hand to Denham, who fired it out in front of Baker. How will it sit for him? He had a good third quarter. Onto that left boot he goes. Goes with the drop punt in the Riley Matricati direction and got him. Oh, umpire called touched. And there'll be a stoppage at 15 metres out from the Darley goal. Opening minute here. Darley in attack. As the Lakers did in the third term early. Tap one by Zampatti. And the tackle from Bewley on Darcy Thompson. Equated to a reset. Ball up. Tap one by Zampatti. Ryan was quite clever with the gather. Darcy Thompson couldn't gather. Through traffic went Baker. Tackled. Taken to the ground. Oh, he's pinging behind the ball. Not a great deal of pry there. So it'll be a free kick to the Lakers and a chance for Ryan to weigh up the options. It's been a sunny day here in late July. Kick from Ryan is intercepted by Myers in front of Fogarty, and he just plays on. Onto the right boot. Goes forward in the Matricati direction. Ground level ball here. How will it sit? Bewley fired the hand pass out. Bedford Cadman. Stolen by Robertson and a high up and under kick towards half back. Ground ball. Shark by Myers. Hand pass found Denham. He thought he had someone running in towards him, and then he had a shot on goal and he put it through. Well, Denham looked over his right shoulder and there was nobody there as he sort of took one or two steps to the left to get some separation. Bit of perceived pressure there from Denham, but he was up to the task at the finish. And he gets his second goal of the afternoon. Darley get their 11th, their first of the final term. They're 11-14-80. They lead Lake-Wendouree 4-7-31. So Denham with 2 goals. He joins Johnson on 2. But Bewley with a game-high 3. 80 plays 31 here. 49-point lead to the Devils. Back in the middle of the ground. Tap one by Zampatti. Sharkwell by Baker. He was on his right side, so he went by hand to Young, who went with the right boot out in front of Johnson. He got some separation in front of Ryan on that occasion and wheeled onto the right boot. Went into attack. Cadman presents in front, and it knocked away from him by Hellier. Bewley flew. Just knocked it towards the ground, and the Lakers have got the reinforcements through Pring. If it'll sit for him, it does. Then he went by hand to Hellier. Could go back to Pring, but he elected to go by foot, and the kick was okay, and the mark was taken here by Gove just inside the boundary line on half back for the Lakers. So he goes along the line. Myers had it knocked away from him. His second effort pressure was good, and he gave away a free kick. He infringed in the end on the big fella Zampatti. And he'll take the resultant free kick. So Zampatti with ball in hand will go along the line to member side centre wing. Brett the Fly knocked it away from Finlayson, and the Shark was good from Baker. He got it to Bewley. Could he give it back to Baker? But went further afield there to Young, who gave it back towards Baker. Back to Young. Right foot kick towards half forward. Matricati in front, the Fly. The ball was good from Robertson. Ground ball opportunity here for Spiteri. Squaring kick to steady the ship found Page, who centred the ball to Colley. He can weigh up the options and lower the eyes and found Baker. 49 metres out from goal. Waste no time. Playing on and found an unmarked Billy Myers. Will go back and have a shot on goal for a chance to kick his first of the afternoon. So the Devils leading goal kicker in 2023. Whilst Bill Johnson is breathing down his neck, so too Bewley. Won't bother those three. The more the merrier. I'll welcome any contributions. So it'll be Myers on this occasion from 45. Kicks on its way. Kick started right and ended right. Through for a minor score. Similar shot on goal to that of his in that first term, where he seemed to flat boot it to the right. Call it a tee off the first, straight out of bounds. But a point registered. Ryan brings the ball back into play to half back. Norton had it sort of knocked away from him by Collie. Page did the sharking, who found Bewley, who ran to 45, and he put it through. Bewley's got 4 at Darley Park. Thank God for Bewley on the watch, I tell you. Darley get their second of the 4th term. Bewley gets his 4th. So Darley 12-15-87, lead the Lakers 4-7-31. Back in the middle of the ground here. Sun and the glare having an impact on the outer side of the ground. Watching. Tap one by Zampatti, meant for Collins. Couldn't gather. Follow-up work from Zampatti was good. Knocked at the advantage of Pring. It was bailed up by Young. No prior there for Pring, and there'll be a ball up. On the attacking side of the centre of the ground for the Devils. 2 unanswered goals in this final term. Tap one by Zampatti. Young leading into the race for the ball in front of Pring. Couldn't gather. Myers gathered though and ran into Pring. Took him on but had no prior. And there'll be a ball up on half forward. Right in front of the members. Darley 2-1 for the term. Lakers no score. Ball up. Tap one by Zampatti. Got it to Young, who found Joel Cadman. Conceded by hand to Page. So Page's right foot kick across the body. Found Myers, who laconically just took the overhead as if it were even over the line. But in play, Myers half shanks the kick across the body and found Page, who plays on. He can chip it over the top to Johnson here. So Johnson can chip it over the top to Collie. It was forced to wait a little bit. Oh, and 50. Well, that'll make a certainty of it. I don't know whether that was worth 5, let alone 50. So Blake Collie gets his first of the afternoon, and Darley get their 13th. 13-15-93. They lead the Lakers 4-7-31. So some good unselfish sharing there from, well, Myers first to square it to Page, who found Johnson. And Johnson, who already has 2, was quite happy to reward the running of Collie, who presented forward and took a chest mark and did the finishing off on the back of a 50. Back in the middle of the ground, tap one by Zampatti. Clean bowled Baker, who couldn't gather. Thompson tackled, taken to the ground, and there'll be a ball up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground for the Lakers, who haven't added to their three-quarter time score of 4-7. Darley have added 3-1 of their own. So Thompson been good today. Kick across the body. Juggling mark there taken at centre-half forward. This fell fortuitously into the hands of Gove, whose kick was smothered by Denham, and he's off to the races. He got it towards Myers, and look at him go. Young took a running bounce, could take another, then presents and gets the overlap with a slow hand pass. How will they negotiate here? Dribbling kick, found Adam Azzopardi, who presented and gathered. Just didn't get bang for buck out of that run and bounce and carry from Young. Just basically equated to a stoppage just 20 metres ahead of him. I'll just look to work on that. Work in progress kind of stuff. Your ball up here. Tap one by Myers. Azzopardi in front. Speaking of Adam. Tackled, taken to the ground. Umpire says, I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up. So we've been playing near 9 minutes final term here. Ball up. Myers grabbed it out of the ruck. That was tackled and taken to the ground. There'll be another ball up. So on half forward for the Devils. Tap one by Zampatti to Bewley. Right foot, tumbling kick inside 50. Bouncing ball. Can Marley Matricati keep it in? No, he can't. The boundary umpire raises the hand to indicate it had gone over for a throw-in. So an opportunity here, boundary throw-in. Darley in attack here. Use of the body, tap one by Leonard, knocked it forward. Chance here for Holmes, bailed up. Oh, that is exceptionally unlucky. Yeah, very disappointing there for the Lakers. Holmes had little or no time to even throw it away, let alone get a handball or a kick away. So he was bailed up, and Bishop has been rewarded for the pressure, but albeit fortuitously. So let's see how the small forward can make the Lakers pay. And they've paid too much for that consequence, have the Lakers, as Bishop gets his second of the afternoon. Darley get their fourth, and they extend to 14-15-99. They lead the Lakers 4-7-31. So Bishop joins Matt Denham and Will Johnson on 2 goals. Brett Bewley still with a game-high 4. And since half-time, Darley batted 8-5 to the Lakers 1-3. Darley 99, lead Lake+Wendouree 31. It's out to a game-high 68-point lead. And we're back at the restart. Tap one by Myers. Wanted one over the shoulder, was given. Denham took the advantage and gave it to Bewley, who ran to half forward. Squarey kick was good. Leonard presented and took an overhead mark. Made to earn it by Hellier. But Leonard will go back and have a shot from about 35 to 40 metres out directly in front. So the Devils in this final term beginning to resemble a little bit more like they want to. But the Lakers, unfortunately, 4 or 5 shy of their best 22 are just starting to run out of gas. And it'll be Leonard with ball in hand. Kicks on its way. He too off to the right. And brings up the ton, but not necessarily in the fashion the Devils would have liked. They're 14-16-100. They lead the Lakers 4-7-31. 69-point lead to Darley. So it'll be Ryan to bring the ball back into play. And he'll go with that left boot down the middle of the ground. Zampatti the target. Got a hand on it. Couldn't gather. Adam Azzopardi at ground level. Gathered, then threw the ball onto the boot. Meant for Lahoure. Finally got to him in the end. He gathered, then was dispossessed and taken to the ground. And there'll be a stoppage on the attacking side of the centre for Darley. Tap one by Myers, only as far as Adam Azzopardi, who's had a lot of ball today. Kick gets to half forward, bounces on its end. Holmes, then James, raffle it. James gathers, got it to Jarrett, who fired it over towards Hellier. Nice slips catch taken there by Bacon to cut it off, and he wasted 8 time setting the ball forward to Page, who took a nice overhead mark. So Page will go back and have a shot on goal. Nearly directly in front, about 40 metres out. And a chance to bring up Darley's 15th goal of the afternoon. And an opportunity to extend on their 69-point lead. Kicked Darley's 9th of the second half. They booted 6-10 in the opening half. And they batted 8-6 in the second. Chance for Page to kick his first, and it just gets over the outreached hand of Bailey Ryan. And Page gets Darley's 15th of the match. And some separation. 15-16, 106 Darley. Lead Lake+Wendouree 4-7-31. Page has got his first of the afternoon. So they've kicked 5 goals, 2 to no score in this final quarter. And just in those latter minutes of the third term where the Devils kicked 3, so they've kicked 8 unanswered in good time. Back in the middle of the ground here, they've got a spark about them. Myers had the ball thrown away. Well, he threw it away on that pressure tackle from Zampatti, which was good. So Zampatti with ball in hand. He's had his own influence at stoppage and centre bounce with his tap work. Ball gets the half-forward chance here for Hellier. Well, it's it for him. It does. And it gets to Thompson, who kicked a terrific goal there in the opening half. Bouncing ball. Defensively knocked through there by Colley from 20 metres away. It was good as a kick at the end. Got plenty of purchase with the fist. Knocked it through for a behind. So the Lakers 4-8-32. Charles Darley 15-16, 106. So it'll be Matthew Brett to bring ball back into play. Goes members side. Kicks okay and found Collie, who marked uncontested. Played on, telegraphed the kick. Was smothered in the end. Turnover opportunity here for the Lakers through Finlayson, who threw the ball onto the boot. Hellier presented. Dropped what he should have taken. Second effort was knocked forward. Darley's given away a free kick here. And it'll be Foster with ball in hand. Lakers wanting the advantage, but it's going to come back. I thought it was Foster that was going to take that resultant free kick. But it'll be Hellier. So Hellier with ball in hand. Speak of Braden. So with a shot on goal for Braden Hellier to kick his first. The Lakers' first of the final term and their fifth of the afternoon. See, that kick's gone off the side of the boot like one of my tee-offs on a Sunday afternoon. It's vertically gone sideways. Ended up in the hands of Preston, who was pounced upon by the Devils, who are up and about in this final term. Stoppage created. There'll be a ball up on the attacking 50. Give that tap to Zampati. Foster, sharking, quick hands to O'Keefe. Umpire's paid a throw. Against Foster. And it'll go to Z Stratton with ball in hand. So he plays on and gives it to Collie, who runs his measure. Penetrating kick to half forward was terrific and found Denham. Now, how will they move the ball here? Denham just puts it up out in front of Johnson. Smart forward craft and good vision from Denham. He puts his hand up and says, I've had enough, I'm going off for a spell. So it'll be Johnson with ball in hand and gave away his last set shot opportunity to Collie. Has a chance here to kick his third of the afternoon. So Johnson with ball in hand. Comfortable shot on goal. He likes it. Off the boot. And that's 10 in a row for the Devils. And they extend with the sixth goal of the final term. And they've finally drawn level with their behinds that they were quite happy pinging through early. They're now 16-16, 112. They lead the Lakers 4-8-32. It's out to an 80-point lead to the Devils. We'll endeavour to get you an update score. North Ballarat leads Sebastopol by 2 points at three-quarter time. Billy Myers with strength won the tap, got it to himself, and then got it to Riley Matricardi, who hand pass went to the advantage of Andy Azzopardi, who got it to Johnson, back to Andy Azzopardi, got ball on boot. And it's gone out of bounds on the full. They just bit off more than they could chew there, the boys. Think of Darley. Idea was good. But Azzopardi unable to come back underneath himself to execute that kick. The ball gets forced out towards half-back. Kick hurried towards centre wing. 50-50 ball gathered by Finlayson, who presented and got it to Jared. He was tackled and pinged by the umpire. Advantage paid. They're in trouble here. The Devils are going to cough it up. Overzealous. And it'll be Zampati. He'll go to member's side and found Gove, who can chip it over the top. O'Keefe the target, got it on the bounce. Went by hand towards Pring, who got it to half forward. The kick was cut off. Poor one at that, and the Devils will get out of trouble. So it's Bewley on half-back, just put it behind Spiteri, brought Thompson into it, clean bowled him, fell into the hands of Lennon, got it to Young, who ran to the corner of half-forward, and the chip kick was good, and found Johnson, who presented 45 metres out, can go long to the square to Myers, who'll mark unmarked, play on open goal, bang, and he's put it through! Myers gets his first of the afternoon. And that was some good transition from the Devils. And they get their seventh of the term. 17-16, 118. They lead the Lakers 4-8-32. So Billy Myers onto the goal scoring sheet finally. Bewley with 4, Bishop 2, Will Johnson 3, and Denham 2, and 1 each to Page, Leonard, Adam Azzopardi, Collie, Myers and Spiteri. Restart. Zampati with the tap. Thank God the sun's gone. Adam Azapati got it to Collie. Put Bewley under the pump with a poor handball. Bewley ended up on the ground, if you don't mind. Riley Matricati overran the footy. So the sloppiness of the Devils just still hasn't been totally eradicated from the game, and it's actually ended up at a free kick to the Lakers for a hold, which was every bit there, and the kick from Davis was okay and found Gove, who went with the right boot. Myers will cut this off in front of Finlayson. Took an uncontested mark. So Myers, with his evasive skills, nearly went back into trouble because Butler was waiting there for him, but not before he got the hair pass away to LaHourey, who ran away from the would-be tackler, got it to Bewley. Hair pass further afield to Young, who's just kept running. He's had a busy second half. Hair pass over the top to Johnson. He can kick it to the advantage of Bishop, who's going to run on to this. He sets himself. Good spoil away from there, but the youngster there in James, who found the safety of the boundary line. And there'll be a boundary throw in about 20 metres around from the Darley goal. They've kicked 7 goals in this final term. 6 minutes remain. Darley lead by 86 points. Darley have kicked the last 11 goals of the game. Boundary throw in. Leonard in front. Won that tap. Gathered by Preston was good. And he's in trouble here. Managed to get boot to ball. Get it beyond the defensive 50 over the line for a boundary throw in. Darley 17-16, 118. Lake-Wendouree 4-8-32. 6 minutes to go. Boundary throw in. It'll be Myers in front. Tap one by Zampati. Only as far as Matricati. Ball on boot into the hot spot. Lake-Wendouree got numbers somehow and fell into the hands of Leonard high up and under kick. And he has a party flu. Didn't impact the contest really. Chance here for Bishop. He's got one arm ping. Tried to take them all on. He's in trouble here. He's trying to usher the ball forward. The umpire said he didn't have any opportunity to get rid of it. There'll be a ball up. I have seen those paid for holding the ball. So the Devils into attack here for a chance to kick their 8th of the term. And they're 13th in a row. Tap one by Zampati. Swarm of players waiting at ground level. So again, more learnings for Darley to gain from a win. They'll be happy with that, but not necessarily happy with their four-quarter effort. Ground ball. Players still fighting feverishly for possession. The umpire makes the right call to come in and effect another stoppage. 20 metres out from the Darley goal. They've kicked 7 goals, 2 in this turn to 1 behind. At 5 minutes to go. Tap one by Zampati. Went boundary side. Andy has a party. Couldn't bend. And O'Keefe just said, well, I'll have it. Picked it up, ran away and found Thompson. Beyond the defensive 50. So for an excellent runner, he's not a real good bender. And he has a party. And Hellier with the ball in hand goes to member side centre wing. Brett had his hands on it, couldn't take the mark. Sun right now, eyes here. Hurried kick, got towards half forward. Myers behind the footy. They can raffle it here, and he went short to Bewley on the bounce. Tired bend. Conceded ground by hand to the defensive 50 and found Young. Squaring kick, found Collie in the middle. Went by hand, tumbling hand pass. Adam Azapati got a lucky bounce because he's got some time and separation. And elect to go by hand to Young. Kicked it to Johnson. Tried to feed its way through a needle in a haystack there as the mark was gathered by Gove, who found Fogarty, who went along the line. And Hellier presented and came out and took a nice mark in front of LaHourey. So another poor decision. I hope I'm not being too tough on the boys, on the Darley team there. But, some of the things they try and pull off. As Hellier goes along the line to the attacking 50. Myers comes out, presents. Yeah, he's been a handful behind the ball for the Devils, especially in this last quarter, and his kick's okay. And found Bewley, who played on and went by hand to Mitch Ward, who took a running bounce through the middle. Got plenty on the kick. Matricati one-on-one with Robertson. The ground ball opportunity here as Bishop lays the tackle and denies a Lake-Wendouree exit, albeit from Darcy Thompson. And there'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the Darley goal. Tap one by Leonard. Bishop gathered. Find the hand pass out to Page, who had a pot shot at the goals. Did it sneak in? Page has got 2. Darley get their 8th of the term. They're 18-16. 124. They lead the Lakers 4-8-32. So it's out to a 92-point lead to the Devils on the back of this 8-goal, 2-1 point blitz in this final term. And we've got about 4 minutes remaining. So this is ending up in some crucial percentage for the Devils. Ball up, Myers, good body work. Won that ruck contest, had Myers on the Young on the outside, but Denham ignored that and went into the shallow entry inside 50 and found Leonard. He took an overhead mark in front of Ryan. And Leonard will go back and have a shot on goal. Chance to kick his 2nd of the afternoon. So Darren Leonard, one of 10 goal kickers this afternoon for the Devils, will use up the clock and endeavour to become a multiple contributor on the goal front today. He'll kick from about 48 metres out. He liked it off the boot, straight over the goal umpire's hat. And the Devils, on the back of that half-time goal-kicking excursion from Dan Jordan, have finally had their way in front of goal. And Leonard gets his 2nd, and Darley get their 9th of the term. If you don't mind, they're 19-16, 130. They lead the Lakers 4-8-32. It's a 98-point ball game here at Darley Park. Grandstand finish expected and Sebastian North Ballarat, but more on that later. Myers again out of the ruck, just used his strength and set the ball forward to Leonard. Copy-paste. Leonard with ball in hand, wanting to go short to Bewley's got Young on the outside. But has been told by the majority to go back and have a shot on goal. How long left, Vic? 2.5 minutes remain in this final term. So Darley, at the last 13 goals of the game, will have a shot on goal through Darren Leonard. Going to kick from 48. Doesn't like it. Goes off to the right. Might be marking the goal line of Johnson. Didn't get enough of it. Ground level ball. Fought to fight hard for his own bat. It's the Lakers defence fighting it out to the end. I speak of Holmes and Darcy Thompson on the last line of defence. Literally 2 metres out from the Darley goal. Can they get it through? Zampatti won the tap to Darcy Thompson. Clearing kick to the defensive 50. Thompson was good. Gathered it, was tackled, bailed up by Page. And held to him, said the umpire, and there'll be a ball up. On half-forward member side of the ground for the Devils. Tap won by Zampatti. Ground level ball. Bewley fired it out to Baker, who got it to Cadman, who lowered the eyes and found Andy has a party. Loves the goal, does Andy. Kicked 4 last week in the big win in the reserves. Best on ground to earn his place back in the side today. And this will be a nice way to finish off a 9-goal fourth quarter from the Devils. Chance to bring up goal number 10 for this last quarter. The light begins to dim overhead here. Distance shouldn't be a problem. It's a high up and under kick. And it's off to the right and stayed right. So Darley now with 19-17, 131. Got a 99-point ball game. Is that what you've got? So Ryan brings the ball back into play and goes short. The kick's okay to Thompson, whose kick was smothered by Riley Matricardi. Spoiled over the line for a boundary throw-in. So some good footy smarts there from Riley Matricardi to keep the ball in. Inside the Devils' forward 50. The dying minutes here at Darley Park. Chance here for Bewley. His hand pass was partially smothered, but not before Andy has a party could gather. He got it to Joel Cadman, who turned around onto the right boot and had a shot on goal and put it through. One of the goals of the day for the Devils, albeit their 20th of the afternoon. And in the old adage of junk time, so they kicked 10 in the opening 3 quarters and 10 in the last quarter, if you don't mind. They're 20-17, 137. The Lakers 4-8-32. Each point kicked away from Ballarat, 106, Ballarat 61. Still no update score out of Sebastopol and North Ballarat, but we'll keep you posted. Back in the middle here, dying minutes, tap one by Zampatti. Clever tap from Denham. Got it to Bewley, dumped as he kicked there by the big fella in Zampatti. Clean bowled Leonard, but he just got a hand on it and his turn was good. Can he knock it to the advantage of Spiteri? He can, and he took on the would-be tackler. Hair pass unselfishly to Johnson, back to Spiteri, went by hand again to Cadman, can get it over the top, and Riley Matricati finishes it off. And the definition of overlap, they get it done, the Devils, they get their 11th of the term, and their 21st of the game. 21-17, 143. To the Lakers, 4-8-32. We're out to a 111-point ball game. So Darley kicked 10-14 in the opening 3 quarters. And they've kicked 11-3 in this final term. Back in the middle of the ground. Tap one by Zampatti. Through traffic went Gove. Tumbling kick onto the left boot. 20 seconds left. Half forward. Foot race on Inertis. Found Page. Dribbling kick towards member side centre wing. Bewley again. Hand pass. Vision was good. Got it to Colley. To Baker. Yeah, one of the last kicks of the game. Went short to Spiteri. Went to play on, and then that'll just about cost the Devils another chance of score here. They want to move it quick. Oh, Bewley just marked it just after the siren. Much to his disappointment, the big fella just missed out on the shot at goal number 5. With the Devils in the end, they were made to work hard for it, especially after a fairly average first half by their expectations. Despite a 24-point lead, they were able to get it done in the end on the back of their highest scoring quarter of the season, I believe. They kicked 11 goals, 69. So how about the reward for accuracy? I mean, they had 24 shots on goal in the opening 3 quarters and could only manage 10. And they've had 14 in the last quarter and kicked 11. So 21-17, 143, Darley have defeated the Lakers 4-8-32. So let's just take a look at the goals. Goal kickers, there are 11 of them in total for the winning team. Thank you to our Lakers timekeeper who had to put up with us all day. But we trust that he enjoyed himself despite being on the wrong end of the result. But Brett Bewley with a game-high 4 goals. He was probably the standout when the Devils weren't necessarily at their best for the best part of 2.5 quarters. But they really hit the gas to kick the last 15 goals of the game, if you don't mind. Bewley 4, Will Johnson 3, 2 each to Matt Denham, Darren Leonard, Dylan Bishop, and 1 each to Lee Spiteri, Billy Myers, Blake Colley, Adam Azzopardi, Riley Matricati, and Shane Page. Giorbar, Vicky Baker ended up with 1 in that last quarter. They piled on 11-3, the Devils, to the Lakers, 1 behind. And to get an important percentage boost, albeit 111-point advantage. 21-17, 143, Darley, down the Lakers, 4-8-32. Well, Brett Bewley was the best player on the ground. Game high, 4 goals, and a 4-quarter contribution from the Darley captain. So, yeah, I'm not going to send anyone out to the golf course. I think he's just deserved, so he can go to there for back-to-back games. Well done, Brett Bewley. Congratulations. Votes are yours. And Darley have won convincingly in the end, 111. So they led by 16 points at